And we are recording. Hooray.
Yay!
Okay. So, welcome to the campaign, the first one I've run for grown-ups in the loosest sense of the word in quite some time. I am looking forward to this. This is going to be quite the romp. Let's get going.
Oh my god, Spatula's entered the chat.
No spatula.
Okay.
We'll name their cats the darn.
Mm-hmm.
I got to pet I presume it was a stray cat because it was hanging out near a souvlaki stand, which seems like the kind of spot I would hang if I was a stray cat. I pet a stray cat, and then I was petting its head, and it was all cool. And then I did a little scritch on the side, and it turned around to look at why are you doing that? And the lady at the stand is like, "Oh my god, did she bite you?" I'm like, "No." Like, how high of a risk was that exactly when I began to
That was
initiate the
supposed to
encounter?
happen? I'm confused.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The world is never still. It wriggles, it hums, and sheds itself like a snake, trying on new skin in the dark. Forests lean closer when you aren't looking. Rivers double back on themselves because they've forgotten the way forward. Even the sky has the distracted air of someone rehearsing a better version of itself. This is a realm where rules molt like husks and come back stranger. Seasons don't turn so much as flutter. Cocoons hatch again in brighter colors. What was true yesterday might have wings today. What you swore you knew for certain might at this very moment be pupating into something with more legs than you're comfortable counting. Here, laughter and dread often share the same mouth. A contract written in gold ink may bind you tighter than iron chains. A banquet may serve dishes that tastes of what could always have been and yet never quite came to pass. And always, everywhere, there are eyes, gleaming in the silk, watching from the dark, waiting between the moments of breath, where you shed enough of yourself to feel like you belong. Just for a second, just for a heartbeat, and then the moment is gone. This is a world of opportunities unlimited, where even your shadow suspects it could do better if given the chance. And this is where you find yourselves, O fine adventurers, drawn by chance or fate or the tug of wings in the dark, on the cusp of change, standing at the edge of a world that promises anything, though it has yet to mention at what cost. The world, of course, is always in the act of becoming something else. But for most, the transformations are small. The slow creep of ivy up a wall, the butterfly that once was a caterpillar, the scholar who once believed her position unassailable. So we narrow our gaze down from the great fluttering expanse of the world and the edges of the unknown to the cramped, dusty corridors of a university office. Here, change looks less like wings of butterflies unfurling and more like boxes stacked precariously on a desk. Professor Florentina Stelix, once the Department of Extraplanar Studies, is gathering her things. Her shelves have been stripped of books, her walls bare where certificates once hung with pride. A stack of papers threatens to avalanche with every indignant sweep of her hand. Her usually neat curls are frizzed from a long day of muttering and sorting and screaming and pacing from end to end. A streak of ink smudges her cheeks like war paint. Students scuttle past the door whispering. The administration has finally done it. After centuries of thorny pestilence, they've shown her the door on the excuse of an inconvenient clerical error. A box marked personal effects bristles with quills, mismatched mugs, and the faint smell of old chalk. It is the aftermath of injustice compressed into cardboard. And as this fine professor fumbles with her teetering stack, she looks up and sighs. Would you mind introducing your character, Lana?
It would be my pleasure. Okay, so, Flo, you've caught her on a bad day. I swear she's normally more put together than this. But in this moment, she is like the next level up from frazzled English woman. She is like a frazzled French woman.
Oh no.
She's a little gnome who looks to be in the later end of her years. Her body is starting to do that thing with age where it kind of hunches over and gets smaller, which for a gnome is very small. She has sort of aging skin that doesn't really carry much mark of sun damage. Doesn't spend a lot of time outside, this one. You can tell this is an indoor kid. Aging skin, very pale in color, with hair that has, a little less than normal sort of precision in its style and curls, but is gray and black. It's been going gray for a long time, and it's kind of stuck in this gray and black combo. She wears a little, like, three-piece pantsuit type of outfit, a tweed pant with a tweed vest, and there's a coat, a jacket strewn on a chair somewhere. It might have fallen on the floor. It's somewhere around here. And her hair has been pinned up by what looks to be at least 3 separate writing implements that she seems to have just put up into it haphazardly. And she is buzzing around this office. It doesn't look like much is getting done, really. She's not feeling very purposeful at the moment. And as students peek their heads in, she sort of leers at them and continues buzzing around her office.
Would you mind putting your character art in people and places?
Oh my god, you're so right. I
So
found something
as
that is close enough. So I'll pop that in.
so as you're buzzing about feeling your rage, there's a somewhat smug looking woman who comes along. She's got very tightly cut, kind of snatched waist with the old style coat, and she leans in. "Oh, are you still packing? Did you need some help? I would be happy to offer some assistance. I got some new grad students, you see." And she's got this smile that's just so toothy, it almost gets on the edge of a vampire. She is practically drooling over your office. This is Martina, and she has been after your job since she's a wee little spratling in your undergrad class.
Flo gives a little sigh and the sharpest smile in the entire world. It's like all lip. Um, and as this woman kind of pokes into the door, I will walk right up to the door, look her in the eyes, and say quietly, "You cunt," and I'll close the door in her face.
And you hear this banging on the door, just like quite frustrated. HR's going to hear about this. And she's going to storm off.
HR.
And so you continue gathering your things, and after a while, you hear this just a soft little knocking at the door. We're getting close to the end of the academic day. May I come in? This is the dean of the extraplanar faculty.
He hears the most audible sigh. And then, "If you must."
Ah, yes. Yes. And again, This is an older human. It's mostly humans at this university. And he kind of leans over you and looks at you rather condescendingly, despite the fact that you are probably older than, well, the past 4 generations for him. You getting along, are you? Is moving along, I see? Nice, I see you have all of your papers there. Did you want us to, bring you perhaps a little, well, we could maybe get a little flying charm to help it move along. Those bones of yours not getting any younger, you see, and don't want any injuries on the last day. You've got your golden years to use up, don't you know?
Don't worry about my bones.
Yes,
Did
yes.
you
You
need
have been.
anything?
Oh no, just I wondered if you might autograph this last book before you go. Good for us to have in the collection, you see. We've got all of your published adventures here, and this one I noticed was missing the final flourish, if you say.
Of course. And I'll open this book, and on the title page where, I've got my name and whatever the fuck this book is, I will grab one of the quills that's in my hair, pop it into a well of ink, and draw a stinky little pile of shit with like little squiggles coming off it. And before the ink has a chance to dry, I will close the book and hand it to him.
Oh, splendid, splendid. Thank you. Yes. It's very tragic, but rules are rules, and bureaucracy is what it is. I think this is best for everybody, though. I mean, you've been here for so long, and I'm sure the Feywild must call to you. And now that you don't have these pesky grad students or medical appointments or polishing the desks in your classroom or I believe you had to wash your hair once. Now that you've got all of these sort of occupational hazards out of the way, perhaps you could go back to, your passion for the Feywild. I wish you well. And he pats you in the most condescending way and sort of
Uh,
pushes you out like when kindergartners don't want to leave the park. He's sort of giving you the bum rush in that way.
rallying, yeah. Fuck it. And she'll grab she'll grab one of the mugs out of the bin, out of the one of the boxes, and she'll grab the notebook that she'd been working on last. Just at this point, fucking shopping lists or something. And then she'll look as she's being kind of pushed out. She'll look at the tallest pile of paper, and kick it over, and then leave.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh yeah. Martina, the office is free. If you wanted me to give you a tour, I would be happy to show you around. And you see Martina just kind of like, yes, that would be wonderful. And yep.
I throw up a little bit in my mouth, and then sort of like looking around, realizing that I don't actually care, I just spit it out onto the ground and walk away.
You continue walking. Your home isn't too far from the university. It's not exactly home because you have been living at the university for over a century now, and unfortunately, the housing plan was not going to extend into retirement. So you've been put in a nice little cabin, a little further away. It's got a little nice little set of statues, and they wished you well. They threw a little party for you with some cake and a little pizza, and everybody gave some lukewarm speeches and a pocket watch, and yeah, you've got your box of your entire life in front of you. What do you do?
Um, I think she's gonna walk into her little home and sit down in the kind of sparsely furnished main room. Just sit right in the center on the floor and just stare into a corner because she's never not had something to do. So she doesn't really know what to do with herself, so she just kind of zones out and sits there for as long as her body can without starting to feel like it's gonna physically crumble.
All right. So, the lovely Florence disconnect. She lets herself disassociate as a treat, celebrating her retirement, and the world, of course, is always in the act of becoming something else. But for most, the transformation. Oh wait, that was the other one. Sorry, other box set. The injustice is not confined to universities and dusty offices. Far below, where sunlight has never seen a stone, and the air tastes of rock and secrets, changes creep in quieter forms. Here in the Underdark, loyalty has been Boblovich Crumpelstilt's armor and anchor for nearly 140 years. His mistress's will was his world, her needs the rhythm of his days, and now, with one final task, that tether is fraying, thread by thread. Bob's quarters are neat, extremely neat, uncomfortably neat. The floor is scrubbed to a shine that catches the faint glow of the lichens on the wall. His boots are lined in a row by the bed, their polish immaculate even in the half light. Silver trays gleam atop a dresser, though no one will ever ask him to carry it again. He sits amidst these familiar things as if they belong to somebody else, hands resting stiffly on his knees. The last letter from his mistress lies folded on the desk, the ink already soft with its rereading. It promises release and freedom, words that land on him with all of the weight of exile. A goblin who has always lived his life for duty now finds himself staring at a room scrubbed too clean, waiting for orders that will never come. Kevin, could you please describe your character and put their art and people in places?
Proudly. So Boblovich, Bob for short, is an old goblin. His once resounding stature of about 3'2" has narrowed down to an even more impeccable 2'8" or so. Um, with the age and the slouching, when he's not in the presence of those who would see him as, someone of import when he stiffens his posture. But he has got kind of a palish green skin, worn and rough from the years, and got large goblin ears, white, well receded hair, getting a bit thin and stringy throughout the top part of it, although nice and bushy still around the back end. Um, he's got a kind of blackish blue, kind of leather suit of sorts, like a tuxedo almost, with many buckles, pockets, and chains across it. A very well appointed bow tie connecting the collar together, along with a leather kind of long overcoat that goes about over that. And much like the boots lined up across the floor, is some very fancy shoes that are very well polished and ready for the day.
As you're kind of sitting there ruminating on your freedom that you are wearing like brand new boots that have yet to be broken in, um, you see a younger goblin who comes in. Hello, sir. Sorry, I know you have started, but how exactly do you take care of the assassins without them smelling up the place? The last poison I tried, it was Well, I managed to fix it before it became a problem, but I would really like my insides to stay inside. What was the ingredient that you put in there to stop the smell?
You're thinking of lye. Now, what you must do is coat the body carefully in a full coating of the lye, and then let it simmer in some nice warm water enough that the meat decomposes into a slurry. When the slurry has become a meat and bone soup, and you dump it in the nearest lake and or river, it will ingest into the rest of the body of water and remains will never be found again.
Right, right. And where would I find this lye?
Go into the city, find the nearest apothecary, and they will carry it. You must ask for the bulk supplement, however, as they will not sell you enough to decompose an entire body. They will try and palter off on you bottles and small baguettes. Do not accept that. Ask for bulk quantities. Tell them you're going to need it for the crops this season. They won't question it. They never do.
Right. I'm going to go and get some lye from the dwarven apothecary. Then, yes, very good. And he goes to run off, and you know that there are at least 3 snitches that work there.
Mhm.
What do you do
At least 3 snitches that work at
at
the
the
apothecary.
at the dwarven
Yeah.
apothecary specifically?
Um, what he does is after that goblin runs off, he turns back to his desk and writes out the names of the snitches that he knows work at the apothecary, and then he walks up to the door and takes a little bell and rings it a couple times, summoning another goblin.
Um, yes, sir. What can I do for you? He kind of stands a little straighter. Older
He
gentleman, not the wide-eyed, frenetic young goblin that was just trying to do his best.
right. He takes out 30 gold pieces from a trunk nearby his door, uh, rolls up 10 gold pieces at a time in 3 different little satchels, and then hands the list and the satchels to the other goblin and says, "Make your way to the dwarven apothecary. Find those with these names, pay them off. Tell them the gold is their only warning, and if they open their mouths about anything, they'll meet a blade next time. Thank you."
He bows, takes the gold, and walks off quite smartly. And roll perception for me, please.
Oh, okay.
DC 3.
Option 3.
Congratulate you on getting the first roll of the campaign, sir.
Yes.
I know, I'm so excited. I failed it.
Biffed it. I
That's
biffed it.
perfect.
I
Oh
biffed
my
it.
god, I love it. So, as you were busy helping this young man avoid probably a pretty gruesome death, you feel some very familiar claws, nails. They kind of edge into the border of both, close around your throat and lift you up quite high. And as you feel it cinch around your throat, you hear, "My darling, are you getting soft in your old age?"
Uh, who is it? Does he recognize
This
it?
would be a voice that you have dedicated your life to. This would be his
That's what I thought.
mistress.
Uh, Nary a flinch. As he hangs by his throat in the air, he simply murmurs under his voice, uh, uh, "Not soft. It's just simply wizened. The more new goblins we must train, the more resources are expended, and I would not sully your whole untrained goblin servants. I simply wish to keep our investments solid, as always, lady."
She drops you, just gently along the wall. It always did impress me that you could speak so well with so little oxygen. I'm going to miss you. It's not very often I get a servant who survives long enough to wrinkle. Bit of a oddity around here. I greatly enjoyed showing you off, but 'tis what it is. What are you going to do
Uh,
with your time? I think you're the
he,
first one I've ever had that retired. Uncharted territories.
I haven't quite decided, my lady. I am still trying to find out what exactly it means to not serve you after all these years.
Well, however you die, do it gloriously. But try to put it off as long as you can. You've entertained me greatly over the years. And she hands you a wrapped parcel. It seems to be covered in the like a spidery black silk with something almost akin to a really delicate doily, and a ribbon that is a very iron scented color of red.
Hmm.
Wraps the bow, and she leans forward. I wish you a fine death. And she leaves, absolute poise in a royal sort of composure, and fades into the darkness.
He gives a
And we're
very deep bow, his eyes not watching her as she leaves the room.
and we're going to transition away as you look at the final gift that your mistress has given you. Not all endings echo in caverns or deep with the sharp sting of betrayal. Some arrive softly, like the closing of a well loved book, with tea gone cold, gardens untended, and the peculiar silence that follows a child's leaving the nest. Far above the Underdark, near a village where the sea curls damply around chimneys, Simon sits among dust motes in his study, alone in his tower. Once this room rang with the scratch of quills and the murmur of lessons. Children learning to shape their first spells under his patient guidance. Now the tower is quiet, its shelves still crowded with books that look down on him reproachfully, as if asking why he hasn't set them to work. A kettle hums on the hearth, puffing out little plumes of steam, though the cup beside him is already cold. His chair has worn a Simon-shaped hollow from years of occupancy, and he looks as though he's sinking deeper into it every day. Greg, would you mind telling us what Simon is up to and what he looks like?
Simon is in the process of writing a note on heavy cardboard, and and he has a finished magical scroll that is tied up, sitting on the desk beside the note. He is wearing um, a vest with a white shirt under it, which is a little bit yellower than it should be because it has been several years washed and rewashed and rewashed in the river water, and is not nearly as crisp and white as when it started. The vest is worn and frayed around the edges. The pants likewise at the knees and in the rear. He is a portly gentleman. He's about 5'8", 5'9", but the fact that he's quite round in the middle makes him seem a little bit shorter. He has a beard. It's kind of scruffy uh, to emphasize his chin. I do have his art here. Um, um, he is looking over. He also has a wand on the side table near the entrance to the tower, a little brown bagged lunch sitting beside it, and his shoes are waiting at the door. It seems like he is prepared to go out today.
Um, where is he going? Where does he think he's going?
Simon um, made inquiries in the village a couple of weeks ago, and it seems that there is a carriage to a nearby old ruin that they offer to some of the people every couple of weeks, that they can go up and take a tour. And he hasn't really toured anywhere new in many, many, many years. And he thought that perhaps as a first sojourn in retirement, one should go look at something much older than oneself and take solace in the fact that that you have not gotten that quite that old yet. Um, and he's hoping to find it interesting, or perhaps meet someone. Meet someone. Apparently, it's a like a cart that they let everyone get on for a small fee, and trundle up to the top of this ruin. So he
Lovely.
is prepping himself for a day out.
All right. What does he bring with him for a day out? He's got his shoes,
Uh,
obviously.
Yeah, his
His
shoes,
lunch bag.
his top hat, his lunch bag. He tucks his wand in. Well, he puts on the suit jacket, which is much much newer and in better shape than the rest of his suit, as though he has never had occasion to wear the coat part. He's always been just in the vest and pants. He tucks his wand in and realizes that the glowing end is sticking out and kind of bothering him. So he flips it around and jams it in his pocket to hide the fact that he has a wand on him. He takes a little coin purse with a couple of silver in it, and he has an umbrella that that folds up quite compact by some enchantment that someone had given him, and he hangs it from his belt. And that's about it. Simon travels light because he has no idea what you're supposed to travel with.
Um, can you please roll me a if you've got something like wisdom or effectively common sense, roll that. Otherwise, give me an intellect check. DC 2. It's pretty easy, this one.
Right. He does not have any special intuition ability. DC
Oh, you can
2.
ease this by 1 because you've got a skill that's relevant.
All right.
I just remembered you've got at least one that this would be relevant for.
One asset. I rolled an 8. Success.
Huzzah! You're about to leave, and it does occur to you that with your knowledge in meteorology, you might want an umbrella. Things
I
can
did say I had
be.
an umbrella.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. My apologies. In that case, you're good to go.
All right.
So you head out, and takes you, a nice easy walk to get there, and you find your way past the small groups of people chattering decently. It's a cool spring day, and you find the really kind of gaudy little carriage, but it's not quite as little as you maybe thought it was going to be. It actually seems to have a second level on it. It There seems to be a top deck where people are sitting and looking about. You look at the physics of that and think there's got to be some kind of enchantment for it to not tip over constantly. The horse looks rather tired and unimpressed to be there, and you see a woman with some very equally gaudy robes looking at ruin tours, ruin tours, seniors discount of 10%, ruin tours. Can I help you? And she looks straight at you.
You know, the way you say that makes it seem like I wouldn't want to go on the tour. Like your inflection, it makes it seem like it's not a place I would want to go. Am I misunderstanding? Like you're trying to scare people away from your tour?
I don't get paid a lot of gold. Are you coming on the carriage, old man, or not?
That was the plan today. Yes, I double decker is that's quite the accomplishment. Um, normally
Yeah,
it's
we
just
we don't have insurance if you get injured, so Make sure that
Again,
you hold
the
on.
way you're promoting it makes it seem like you don't want people to take the trip.
Are you coming?
I know what the problem is. What do you like? Are you hungry? Perhaps you're hungry. That's sourdough mood. When I'm a bit peckish, I often get a bit sharp with the people I talk to.
Well, I'm not exactly getting paid in gold here. It's a tour, and I make my living off of tips. And it's a shit day outside. It's too cold. So yeah, I'm a little grumpy, and no, I didn't have breakfast.
He unrolls the lunch bag and he pulls out a chocolate chip cookie and he hands it to the lady and he goes, "It's still warm, so eat it quickly. It's still got that gooey bit in the middle. I'm going to get on the carriage, if that's all right."
Roll me a persuasion check to convince her to actually take the cookie from a stranger.
I have an inability in charm, persuasion, and etiquette. So yeah, what's the level?
She's kind of cranky, so I'm gonna say level 3.
All right.
I don't believe that you do because I want that cookie and I'm not even there.
He's a weird old man handing out a cookie from a bag. It's not.
This
He's
is
gonna
more about me.
gonna put one level of effort in it. Yeah. Do not have an asset. Oh, success.
She grabs the cookie and she definitely looks like she wants to be sour about it. She wants to show you attitude. But she is very hungry and it is warm and it smells good. So she takes a bite and okay, that's not terrible. It might have been a little. You can go sit down.
Oh, thank you. Is it
Do
assigned seating
you have
or?
another one by any chance? Never mind.
Yeah, yes, I have another one. Really? Okay, yes. And he unrolls the bag very carefully, puts his hand in. The bag doesn't seem to get any lighter when he takes his hand out of it. He produces another cookie and he folds the top up very carefully and tucks it under his arm and hands the second cookie to her and heads in. He goes, is that like, I understand sometimes there's assigned seating on these, or is it sort of a first come, first serve?
And she sort of licks the chocolate off her hand. Yeah. First row. Top
Okay.
shelf. Oh, that's really good.
All right. He climbs the little ladder on the side really
Hey,
awkwardly.
Stephanie, do you want a cookie? I got one. The weird old man, he just gave it to me. I don't know, man. I didn't buy it. And she goes off to talk to one of her other clearly equally disgruntled teenage friends. And yeah, they're sitting and chitting and chatting. And after a while, the carriage starts to fill up with a bunch of people with notably lacking in melanin hair. There's a lot of seniors on this trip, lots of people with maybe not the best mobility, and they lean in. Oh yes, I go to the ruins every year. Is this your first time, sir?
Yes, well, until now, I've been quite busy usually when the season rolled around for touring, the pleasant. I was always told it was pleasant weather, but it occurs to me that the umbrellas come in quite handy today, and I'm not sure.
Yes, you got to have the umbrellas when you're traveling around. Oh, it's unpleasant when it gets soggy. You know, this one time my granddaughter came and she didn't, and she goes into the most meandering story. Can you please roll me a intellect defense roll?
Oh, it's not
It
good.
is that painfully boring.
You're gonna
Level?
suffer damage.
Level of my intellect defense?
This one is going to be level 2. She doesn't mean any harm, but she's really boring.
19. I get a minor effect.
Hey, all
He's
right.
into it.
So, what do you do to turn this situation from painfully boring to something memorable, exciting? Maybe something you've learned in your many years of teaching.
I think the thing about Simon is he doesn't at all want to listen to this lady. So he turns to her while she's going on. He goes, Are you familiar with Ebenspell the Cloaked, Seeker of the Cursed Horn?
Oh, no, no. Does he hang out with the Queen? I liked watching the Queen. I keep
No,
up with court politics.
if Ebenspell is successful, when I was training him, he claimed to bring about the darkness and ruin of the entire world. Isn't that interesting?
Oh, yes, very bit. Oh, what's that? Sorry, Ethan is calling me over there. I think I better go and check in on him. You have a good day, young one. And she sort of hobbles off.
He
And you
says
see
under
her.
his breath, he goes, "Funny how little people want to talk about Ebenspell when you bring him up."
And so, yeah, the teenager comes back on, and she's looking in somewhat better spirits. Right, so we're going to the ruins. Yeah, they are super ancient, and dragon kind of caused a bunch of the stone to melt at one point, which is why they're called the dragon melt ruins. Super clever. Uh, so we're going to scale up to the top of the
Oh,
tower.
I like that. Did you write that yourself, or was that provided for you?
Did write that myself. Nobody ever notices. Thank you. Yeah, so we're gonna scale up to the top of the tower, and we're gonna nice and fly around, and you gotta look sharp because it's gonna be a bit of a hot trip up there. Oh, I think I'm gonna throw up. she she leans over
Oh,
the side and
not the cookie. I just.
bleh.
Don't waste the
Oh,
cookie.
we wasted the
Oh.
cookie.
Anyway, yeah. Yeah, and gets the horse, which kind of starts clopping along, and eventually seems to be clopping on not earth. It seems to be going up there. There's these rocks that sort of sprout out underneath, in the perfect shape underneath its horseshoes. And yeah, you're looking around, and you know exactly what dragon ruins should look like. And there's no doubt that these are dragon ruins, but could you please give me like a history check? Maybe a chemistry check if you've got something like that.
Uh,
You're looking at the
yeah,
physical
he
properties of
has a
this
skill
stone.
in chemistry.
All right, you can take an asset for your chemistry if you like.
Do we? Yeah,
DC is
she's
going to
trained.
be 5.
He kind of
Oh,
wants
sorry,
to know
4.
what's
DC is 4.
kind of wants to know what's going on. He's going to put in an effort. Because why not? Did I put a 4 on there? Oh, let's see if I put the right. Sorry, it's 5. Sorry, 14 would be the difficulty 4. I put in the 5 too quickly.
All right.
So yes, he succeeds.
Looking at the stones, they are melted, but it seems to be like weirdly symmetrical. Like this is not how the stone starts to disintegrate. You can have really cool patterns that melt in certain formations, but this is almost like somebody took candle wax as it was melting and like neatly shoved it into a sculpture that was supposed to resemble a candle, or in this case melting stone. And you notice that in several points. What do you do?
So we're still on our way.
You see this basically like from the side of the carriage.
I'm just asking, are we still moving, or have they stopped and it's like you're
uh,
at the ruins? And
We're like about to park. We're kind of doing the
Okay.
final tour around.
Hmm. He looks at
Basically, do
the.
you ask about it? Do you just take note?
I would say he looks at the driver and he goes, exactly how long ago did the supposed dragon do the melting? I don't. I'm not, that's why I came up here. I was
Oh,
kind of curious about the history of the place.
well, it's supposed to have been like at least 1,000 years. Like it's supposed to be pretty ancient. Yeah.
Would he immediately know that that doesn't jive with like
Yep.
the age of this place? It's like
100%. Yeah, he would totally know that doesn't jive.
no chance here that perhaps someone has improved the look of the ruins with your tour company to make sure that people got a great experience? Dragoning and all?
What?
You can tell me the truth. I'm just a silly old man with a funny hat.
Yeah, we're gonna pull in everybody, and we got the gift shop. You can totally go in and check out the gift shop, and we got tours. The make sure you tip your tour guides really well. They really appreciate it. If you got cookies, we appreciate those too. Sir, why don't you come with me? I would be more than happy to offer you a tour myself and answer any awkward questions not in front of everybody. Uh, if that's cool.
A personalized tour. That sounds lovely.
Yeah, totally lovely and not at all stressful. We'll go
Just a
down.
normal thing you do for the people who offer you cookies, obviously.
Yup, totally normal for people who give cookies.
Yeah.
And
Smart
yeah, you
move on my part. He climbs down. He's like, this is going to be fun.
All right. And we're going to pull away here for a moment. While some lives grow heavy with silence and emptiness, others stumble under the sheer weight of possibility. Not everyone is granted centuries of preparation only to discover threshold of adulthood that they are expected to step neatly into a life that feels like someone else's fit. Far from the village hearth in its groves that never sleep, Scott Amroth treads the edge of his people's domain. Nearly a century of lessons in bow and blade, in song and soil, in patience that stretches longer than most lives, and still in his heart beats hollow. His kin are content, satisfied to slip gracefully into patterns of elven society, but for Scott, contentment tastes of dust. His bow rests lightly across his shoulder, and his eyes, sharp as hawks, drift over the trees as though seeking a sign. He knows every path in these woods, every trail worn smooth by his ancestors' feet, and yet each one feels too narrow, too certain. His steps linger on the borderlands where roots give way to roads and where the forest thins towards lands unknown. Here, on the cusp of departure, Scott pauses, restless, steady, and wholly uncertain of what it means to begin a life on his own. Thomas, would you please give us an introduction to your fine character?
So Scott is an elf's elf, you know, of
He's the
average height
elfiest
for
elf
his
to ever
people,
elf.
uh, with about, short brunette hair. He's got his quiver and his bow slung across his back. A straight sword that he's not as comfortable using hangs from his hip. Uh, he's got piercing green eyes, and he's dressed in the garb of his people, the forest green tunics and the brown leather boots. And he pauses at this crossroads, looking left and right. And he picks a direction and starts walking.
What's going through his mind as he's doing this? What made him come to the decision to leave?
Hmm. He saw all of his peers uh, fit so cleanly and comfortably into the structure of his culture. Uh, those that hunted in the forests and took the lives of animals without a second thought and brought home their game triumphant. The song weavers with voices so ethereal uh, that it plucks at one's heartstrings. Sorcerers bending reality to their wills. The feasts, the finery, the elegance, the grace, the poise. And it all felt hollow and intimidating all at once, as though it meant the whole world and it would crush him, and like it was nothing at all. And
Um,
oftentimes,
Go ahead.
elves will leave their kith and kin for adventure to seek what it is that the wider world has to offer. So that's the only thing that sort of remains to Scott. The only thing he knows how to do at this point.
So, as Scott leaves, everything that's familiar, that's been constant and controlled and absolutely ancient, he wanders down a road. Can you please roll me a d20? Just a random d20.
I can roll a 20-sided dice. It's like my
Yes,
favorite
please.
pastime.
It's almost like that's what we're all here to do.
That's a
Almost.
6.
That's a 6. All right. So, as you're walking along the path, can you please give me a perception check?
Sure can. What's the difficulty?
Uh, each, depending on what you roll, it's going to give different results.
Okay, unknown. Here we go. That is a
15.
12 or 15 because I'm
15. Perfect.
trained.
Okay, so with your sharp elven eyes, as you're walking through the forest, you get along to a more worn path, a proper road. And if you're going to venture into the world, you know that these lead to civilizations, these lead to other people, and so you go along that path for a while. However, the roads of your elven realm are not like the roads of man. These ones are known to host highway robbers. And as you are walking along, your sharp senses pick up that there are at least 5 people hiding in the trees with very sharp pointed objects heading in your direction, or pointed in your direction. What would you like to do?
As soon as he recognizes that he is uh, going to be ambushed, he will try not to stiffen or act unnatural. Uh, and he will, a little before this ambush is set to happen, just walk off to the side of the road like he's about to take a piss. Just, settle
Looking
himself.
super vulnerable as he goes to do that.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Give me a performance check.
Cool. I'm assuming that's an intellect roll.
Yes, that would be an intellect roll.
Cool.
I mean, I'm assuming it's not going to be a sleight of hand. I feel like you know how to do this.
Sleight of hand. Oh,
I thought it
That's a
was fun.
5.
5. Okay. Let me roll something. See how clever they are.
Looking
Oh
around.
no, there we go. That's where I put their wisdom. Okay. So you try to like act, all just cool and unworried, but you are a trained young man. This is, I mean, you're in the military. I imagine when you tell people to relax, you understand that that's not easy for everybody.
No.
So you've got some of that. They can tell that they've been made, and immediately they rush and get around you. Hey, that's a really nice bow you got there. Mind if I take a look at
Scott is gonna dart into the woods.
it? Oh, very nice. Um, give me a speed check. There are 5 of them, so I'm gonna make that a speed check 5.
Okay. I am specialized in stealth and natural environments. Would that apply
Very
here?
nice. You get an asset for each.
Excellent. Uh, then I'm applying. Or, let's see here.
you went blurry recently at some point, Thomas.
Yeah, my camera is not does not like to focus. Give me a moment.
Success.
Huzzah.
All right. So, yeah, these criminals, they try to interfere. They try to pin you down. They are used to having the advantage, but oh, you're not exactly human, are you? And so you dodge them with very little difficulty and head into the woods. As you run, you hear them screaming behind you. "Hey, get back up there!" Oh, fuck. All right, let's I don't think we should maybe let's head back. I don't want them sneaking up on us. You go see that village. Yeah, they don't get some free food. Not the best, but it's not nothing. And they're going to continue walking along. Are you going to go in a different direction? Are you going to follow them? Are you going to try to figure out where they're going? What would you like to do?
Hmm. You know, I don't think that Scott has ever taken someone's life before. And so there's a little bit of a struggle in him. He's like, the hero thing to do would be to sneak along the path next to them, pick them off one by one.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's thinking about doing that. And he starts to, like, couple meters, couple dozen meters off to one side of the road, like follow alongside them. There's a couple of times where he like raises up his bow. Not a good time. Gotta wait for the right moment.
Ah, all
Gets a little
right.
further. No, not right now.
How long does he follow them for?
What's are they? Is their pace like they're trying to get somewhere that they would get within that day?
Yeah, they are trying to head somewhere. It looks like they're trying to get there before nightfall.
Mm. Yeah, I think he would tail them that time.
Fabulous. Give me a stealth check. Uh, these guys don't have great DC. Well, there is 5 of them though. DC 5.
Roll another 15. You're good.
Yeah.
Hey, very
Nice.
good. Okay, so you tail them all the way back to what looks to be a farmhouse, and as they come up, you see a woman just sort of shriek, "No! I thought you can't keep coming back here. I, I, I need to feed my own family." And the man just kind of storms up to her, just like looking real pissed off. And he's got some unkind words. You can't give me a. No, he's got pretty sharp hearing. So you hear him swearing at her and threatening her life if she doesn't feed him and his crew. And she's feeling pretty intimidated. It looks to be pretty isolated from anywhere else. And so the bullies are all brought into the house and sitting at the table, just
Well,
real jackasses, like feet
Be-
on
before
feet of the
they
furniture. Oh,
before
go
they
ahead.
go in, as this man is gesticulating and carrying on with this woman, uh, Scott's like, "Ooh, I know this one. I know this one." He's going to draw his bow and try to fire so that his arrow pins the cuff of this guy's like collar to the like
Oh,
post of the porch.
oh, he's trying to. Okay. Um. Yeah, that's gonna be. Oh.
That's gonna be hard.
Yep.
Well shot.
I'm fully expecting to hit the guy's hand instead. But that's what he's trying for.
That would still be pretty alarming if it were me. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that one's a DC. Let's say that one's a DC 10, man.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Impossible.
That's
Yeah.
impossible for me to succeed
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that one's pretty. Well, yes. Are you not trained in archery?
Doesn't
I'm trained
matter.
in longbows, but that would take it from 10 to 9, which is a
Oh,
DC
right,
27.
right. Okay, so give it a go. You will not succeed, but depending on what you roll, it will have different consequences. I
Awesome.
love the inadvisable confidence of youth.
Yes. Yes, precisely.
I know this one. do you know this one?
I hope somebody put "I know this one" in the chat or in the quotes, because that's pretty spectacular.
We'll apply a level of effort, cross my fingers, and send. That's a 5.
So with the trained and
All
effort,
right.
it is a 11.
11.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Okay, so you go to shoot him, and you're trying to pin, just scare and really come and do something extra cool. You definitely shoot his hand, and unfortunately, as he swings around, I offer you a GM intrusion.
Ooh.
Spicy.
So, you are going to swing around, and you are going to hit one of her kids by accident who is hiding nearby. You're not going to kill them, you're not going to maim them horribly, just going to hit them.
He
With
has
the
no
arrow.
XP to refuse you.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yay, we start with accidental child abuse. Okay.
Yay.
The kid with the arrow, or with me turning around, or him turning around.
So, when you shoot him, yeah, you're going to pull back and you're going to absolutely hit the person behind you.
Oh,
But
I
you are
see.
a warrior. I don't feel like hitting somebody behind you is something that you're just like, oh, that's fine. I feel like you react to that. Would I be?
Oh no, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Draw
Cool.
back, elbow to someone's face. And
Yeah.
Let's go of the arrow.
Yeah. So you pull back, and your bow takes a significant amount of strength to use. Yeah, you absolutely conk this kid in the face and break their nose.
Oh, shit.
Eh.
Oh,
Shouldn't have been standing that close.
And he
Oh.
starts howling. Your position is absolutely known by everybody and everything around. What would you
2
like to do?
XP.
Yep, 1 XP for you, 1 XP for somebody else.
Oh
Uh,
god.
1 XP for Flo, because I feel really bad for her.
Work stress.
And actually, while you're considering what you're going to do with the bloodied child and the pinned criminal, we're gonna go back to our fine butler friend. So yeah, you've got this package in your hand. What would you like to do?
Does it have any instructions with it? Nope. He has already received his command basically from her. He holds it in his hands and he looks over it a bit. He's still alone in his room, I assume. He sets it gently down on his small bed and stares at it, just fully locked on it, his gaze almost like zeroing in on it, like there's nothing else in the room right now, just that box. And he unconsciously brings his hands up and kind of starts fidgeting with his hands, and his ears twitch a little bit. And if he suddenly turns away from it and kind of shakes himself. You can do this, Bob. You can do this. All right. He turns and he goes back and picks it up and he holds it for a second and then he sets it back down really quickly. It's okay. It's all right. It's just one more delivery. It's just one more delivery. And he reaches down and he picks it up again and he holds it and he starts towards the door and he takes another step towards the door. And then he turns around and he sets the box down on the ground. Oh my God. Okay. Hey, mistress commands it. You must do it. All right. And he picks up the box and he using all of his force of will, steps out the door of his room and begins making his way down the halls of the palace.
All right. Where is this message addressed to go?
To a house of. Hold on. Let me check my notes.
Huyar. All of these Cloudwood Ho references are mostly for Lauren at this point, because I don't know how caught up Joe is.
No, I know. I'm only like 2 sessions behind.
Okay.
Is to House Leorna, a allied drow house of the house Jainra of his mistress.
And about how long does it take to get there, would you say? You know,
It's
he's an
not.
older fella, and but he is still spry for his age. He's quite lithe, knows a few shortcuts. How long would it take him to get there?
It's not far. It's of the houses in Menzoberranzan. It's probably about maybe halfway across the city, maybe about a few hours walk if he were to take his time.
All right.
In their house, however, he has the capabilities of getting a horse or a type of. I don't think they have horses as much in this Underdark environment
No,
as
they
they
do
do.
not. They've
Very
got other
much.
like kind of like
You
type
can tame a
creatures.
giant mole
Yeah,
rat. You absolutely can. I
They've
don't know
got
why
other
people
Yeah.
think
beasts
you
of
can't.
burden. It's not a horse.
Giant
but they've got
lizards are
other
the
things.
traditional mount
Yeah.
of Menzoberranzan.
Yeah, so he climbs aboard his noble steed, which is a equivalent to because he's a goblin, they didn't give him the big lizard, but it is a very large beetle. And so he climbs aboard a very large beetle. The box stowed safely on its kind of backside. It's got like this, not like a saddlebag. It's like a saddlebag, but it's on a platform kind of raised up. So it's kind of like it's like a like when a bicycle has the basket in the back and it's got like the frame edition? It's like that on the back of his beetle. He sets the box down in that and he gets aboard his little beetle and starts to scurry off towards it.
All right, so you on as the driver of a very stylish bug. Um, his
Yeah.
name is Volk Wagon.
Volk.
And
Saw that coming.
so Volks is your very noble steed is an old beetle, and so he starts sort of like up against the walls and kind of trying to take you. And give me a speed check, difficulty
Okay.
3.
Is it a vehicle or an animal handling check? We'll never know.
Yes.
I have no additional skills in either, so all right. Difficulty 3, you said? Okay. I'm just gonna see how we do. That is a success.
Nice.
Very nice. Volk seems to be choking a little bit, like, and he's sort of trying to almost like shake you off. It's a little strange.
Calm down, Volk. It's just we're one more trip away from this being the last ride. Just manage it. You can do it. And he kind of kicks it like with stirrups almost, trying to get him to stop rearing up.
And he's sort of like, and his mandibles sort of like back and forth. And Lauren, since I don't get to roll dice on this one, can you play the beetle for me?
Oh gosh. Sure.
Yay!
Hold on.
Because it's fun. So here's the thing. The fine Volks really kind of wants that package. There's something cool in there, and they would like to eat it. So, Lauren, how do you think a beetle will go about trying to get this tasty package off of the rider?
The rider's on my back. Okay, I rear up and I buck the rider off.
Okay, give me another speed check. I
Okay.
think this is speed defense because this time they're like actively trying to like kick you off.
Okay. Would you say that this could count? I could count escaping danger or fleeing towards this.
No, because you're not really trying to run away from the beetle.
Okay. There's speed check. Difficulty 3 again.
No, this one is more aggressive. This one's a difficulty 6.
Well, alrighty then. Let's use my
You're about to be a tossed salad, my friend.
Yeah, that's a nope from me, boss.
All right. So as your very noble steed starts chittering and clicking and
What's
acting
wrong
in a
with you, boy?
super weird way, it manages to buck you off, and your package from your mistress goes tumbling. And
Oh.
your fine beetle manages to snatch it and eats it.
Ah! No! You stupid idiot! What's wrong with you? He walks up, he pulls out, he pulls at its mandibles, trying to crawl into its mouth to
no.
retrieve the parcel.
The beetle, now satisfied that it got the thing that it wanted that just smelled super irresistible to it, tries to give you kind of like the really creepy version of a cuddle that it can give you with its mandibles, just like, oh yeah, no, we're cool.
We're not cool, you fucking idiot! Open your mouth and eat that! That's for me,
The
not
beetle
you.
licks your face.
Ah! I'll crawl inside your damn mouth if I need to. Yeah, give it back.
Give
I
me
start
a
moving, like the beetles start moving, like it thinks it's playing with you.
give me an animal handling check on this one.
Okay. Is that an intellect-based ability, you'd say?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
This one's, I'm gonna say, again, depending on what you roll, will have different results.
Okay.
If you
Unknown
piss it off, it's
then.
gonna try to bite your fingers off. If
Fair
you roll
enough.
high, it might roll over for you.
I rolled a 6 total because I put in a level of effort.
6. All right. So, as you try to convince it to, like spit it out, no, it's just like,
Digesting in the belly.
He
yeah.
looks at it and he kind of slumps his shoulders and he breathes heavy. Well, you've done it this time, old friend. Eaten my last parcel that is going to free me from something that I never wanted to leave. I could, theoretically, just say that it's not my fault. However, if the mission is not completed, I will be punished. And so, I am sorry, but you've eaten your last parcel, it seems. And he's going to pull his dagger out from his belt and approach the beetle to slaughter it.
All right. Roll me, Lauren. Can you roll me a perception check for the beetle?
Oh gosh, I sure can. Hold on, let me actually get into the game.
You can just
Oh,
use
wait.
a regular d20 if you've got one on you.
I can use a regular d20.
I'm
hold
sorry, I
on.
know you just came to watch, but like I want you to.
That's
participate 'cause it's
okay.
fun.
That's okay. I can improvise. Okay.
Audience participation is always awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. I am loving it. Okay. Okay. We're gonna roll for the beetle. Okay, that's a 17 on the die.
All
Oh,
right.
wow. Receptive beetle.
Kevin, go for it. Roll me a stealth. Sorry, not a. This one has to be a speed check.
Okay. Is this an attack that I'm rolling, or is it to like catch him? Like, what's the
So
nature
you
of
have
the
to
roll?
do one roll to catch him, and then another roll to get through. Is like, it's a giant beetle. That's not getting through with just a dagger.
Okay. I imagine that Bob would know the weak points of his own beetle. So
100%, yes.
he's going
You
for
can
the
have an asset on
soft,
that.
the soft, easy part here. I'm killing my beetle, Greg. So what is the difficulty of the speed check to make sure he doesn't get away?
Too many miles on it? Is that...
It ate his final
Transmission's been
message.
slipping a lot lately, so.
Yeah, I got the eating thing. I just didn't know if I missed something in the meantime.
What was
you
the
got-
difficulty again?
You got to beat her 17.
Oh, you got to beat a 17. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm
Tested roll.
just roll that as a none. Put the 1 effort in. Hope that I get 18 or higher, or 15 or higher. That's 18 exact.
18!
So
Hey! All
total of
right.
21.
Very nice. All right, so yeah, you managed to get a stab in on your beetle. And now you can roll for damage.
Okay. So am I rolling the attack itself, or am I just getting damage right now?
You can roll the attack itself to see how effective it is.
Okay. Well, what level is my beetle?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, for the because you know what you're doing here, I would say that one's probably another 4.
'Kay.
It's tough, but you know what to do.
Yep.
It's more that it's not going to let you do it on purpose, but you seem to have gotten back on its back.
I'm gonna put effort into the damage.
Another 18. Damn.
Another 18. So I get
Very nice.
total of 5
7 damage.
damage. 7 damage? Yeah, 7 damage.
7.
All right.
As Bob walks up to it and with his dagger in hand and kind of knows the soft, squishy bit in between the segments of its, thorax and its head. He knows where to try and pry in there and just kind of pull and pop, if you will.
All right, so you get it in there and you
Yep.
hear it give. Lauren, can you give me a sound effect for the beetle as to how sad and uncomfortable it is?
Oh, but like getting stabbed?
Yeah,
Or-
it's been stabbed.
Mario? You got your Mario?
I didn't know what a beetle was gonna sound like.
I can say it was a tough assignment off the cuff. She did not know she would be. She did not know she'd be playing a beetle tonight. That was not on the agenda.
I just came here to put down funny quotes, okay?
And now you get to be in them. All right. So
How does the beetle die? Makes Mario noise. Oh.
All right. So yeah, you're going to manage to get your hand in there, and are you gonna try to put your hand in its guts, or are you gonna try to kill it? Because it's not dead. It is down, but it is not dead.
He got in there, he pulled he put the knife in at such an angle that he could pull the segments apart, and yeah, he takes his other hand and just reaches inside its guts and tries to grab the box, the parcel out from its innards and yank it out.
All right. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Happily.
I'm gonna say DC on that one is yeah, you hit it pretty good. DC 2.
TC2. For sleight of hand, I am trained, so this ought to be pretty successful. Yeah.
All right.
That is a super successful.
Lovely. Lauren, can you roll me a D20, just a straight D20?
You got it, boss. That's what I've been doing the whole time.
Yeah.
19!
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah, you're going to get your box, but unfortunately, yeah, I offer you a GM intrusion.
Okay. I cannot refuse it. What's up?
Hey, I forgot you can't refuse it. Oh, this is fabulous. Cool. Yeah, you definitely get your package in there. But you're kind of short one hand now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it
It just-
entirely?
It's hanging on there. It's not like cut off. It's just like injured. Like you can't use it.
Oh,
Sorry, I
okay.
spoke poorly. It didn't just eat your hand. It's just injured
Okay.
really badly.
It crushed your hand.
Yeah, it
It
crushed.
The
crushed my
process
hand.
crushed your hand.
Yeah, like
Oh,
think
okay.
broken wrist, not Hook from Peter
Okay.
Pan.
He winces slightly, and he manages to still pull the parcel out.
And
I'm assuming.
yeah, he managed to pull the parcel out.
He
Yeah.
kind of scoots off and away from the beetle, and kind of tucks the parcel in his good arm, and then looks at his limp, broken wrist. He's like, "God, fuck, man, can't get anything done anymore." And he kind of like tries to. He pulls out. He's got. Where's my here? He's got a couple rolls. He's got some rolls of parchment in his bag. He rolls out some parchment, and he just kind of wraps his hands with the parchment temporarily to kind of hold it stiff. And he looks over at the beetle, which I assume is bleeding profusely and probably close
it's
to
not
dying.
doing great.
Yeah. And he looks over at it, and he's all like, "We had a good thing for a long time, Volk. It was a nice partnership. And then you had to eat my fucking package. And now you're going to die. It's just consequences. We learn from our mistakes. You will be dead, and I have a broken wrist. So,
Yeah,
I will go the rest of the way on foot. Fuck you, and I hope you have a good day." Walk away from his dying beetle.
Where does your other XP go, sir?
I will give my other XP to Scott, who I feel may need some soon.
Alrighty. Okay. So we've got somebody with a very injured hand and a dying beetle. We've got somebody who has bashed a child's nose in. And let's go to our first of our forced retirees, the lovely Florence. So you're at home, disassociating, just kind of staring into the void. And you hear a knock at the door.
From the ground, he'll just kind of yell out, "What?"
There's a message for you, a delivery. Should I put it down?
Yes, that's normally how it works.
Well, it looks rather important, so I didn't want it to get lost.
And she kind of scrambles up towards the door. I think by the time she opens it, she's like, kind of like still on the ground. You know, when you convince yourself that you can reach something across your room while you're still lying down, and then you end up like just
We'll be
kind
right
of
back.
across.
I think my couch surfer is here. Just a second.
Oh, okay. Everybody look at my baby.
I was about to say, I think everyone should acknowledge the fact that you are holding your emotional support spatula.
Yes.
Demon.
My child.
Spatula demon, yes.
She experienced her first false alarm fire drill evacuation last night at 2 in the morning. So that was really not cool or fun, but we did pretty well. Good. You good?
When Joelle
Did
gave
she
me a
hide?
cool beetle for a ride, I didn't expect to be killing it in the same 5 minutes. So
Well,
we're really starting off good.
You could have just acknowledged that your fate was to never deliver the package.
Yeah, but Bob is
What's the fun in that, Greg?
Bob is the
Same.
kind of guy who would rather fulfill his mission than let
Acceptance
go
is a
of,
powerful thing. That's what I'm saying.
That might be the theme of the story here.
All right, Jesper's here. Cool. So, do you go and get your letter?
I crawl across the floor, and open the doors. I'm like halfway out of a crouch. Okay. What?
Right. And she's just gonna hand over this sealed tube. Looks very very official. And yeah, it seems to be made of vellum, and it's got a seal with looks to be something that's got silk fibers in it.
Is this familiar?
No.
Hmm. Um, with my door still open, is this person still here?
Roll perception.
Hmm. Is there a difficulty?
This one's unknown.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, I had that. Yes. All right. Fabulous. You can still kind of sense them here, but you look around and you can't see them.
Hmm.
You don't sense any portals have opened. You don't. Usually, you can kind of like hear somebody's footsteps if they're invisible. You're like, I can feel them, but I don't know where they went. It's weird.
So, where is this package from? Where are we? Hello?
Silence. Would you like to open the package?
I will absolutely open the package. I'll take a second to admire how beautiful it is and then tear it apart.
All right. In this tiny little, it is kind of like a little tube. You see that it is wrapped in a nice little silk handkerchief, and you find a letter. Dear Florentina Stellix, we are pleased to invite you to serve as keynote speaker at the upcoming Future Selves Symposium hosted at the Malt Market Pavilion. Your long and dedicated service to Fey studies, particularly your ability to conduct field work without troubling the field itself, makes you uniquely suited to address our attendees. Your provisional topic has been entered as The Feywild and Me, a retrospective. Should you wish another title, kindly amend it upon arrival. Also, please be prepared to address matters of continuity and completeness as several records from your tenure remain unresolved. The venue, Malt Market Chrysalis Conference and Career Retreat. Refreshments will be provided. Honorarium, recognition appropriate to length of service rendered, and abrupt end unforeseen.
Fuck yeah.
All right. There seems to be a little signature of looks to be some kind of moth. But you give me a magic check, please.
Yeah. Would this be like intellect based?
If you have a skill in magic, use that. Otherwise, yeah, it's intellect.
I didn't put it down as an actual skill, but I have like abilities in magic and magic training and stuff.
So you have
So I
magic
don't
training.
know if yeah.
Then you can have an asset, and this would be a 2.
The difficulty would be a 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess a 1 once you have the asset considered.
Mm.
And she still didn't make it.
I'm having a great day.
You're having a great day. That's okay. That's hilarious. So you look at this and you're like, yeah, this is awesome. But you just watched your rival like definitely taken over your office and desecrating it, like within less than a minute of acquiring it. You think that maybe you need a nap and you're going to deal with this in the morning.
Perfect. I take the scroll and I like gingerly put it on the little night table next to my bed, and I get in my little like grandma fucking moo that I sleep in,
Mm,
and a little cap. And I curl up in my little bed under 17 quilts because I'm so little and frail. And I go the fuck to sleep.
very nice. Take an XP for accepting the letter,
Oh,
and roll me a d20, just a random d20.
wow. Not scary.
Just a random
Wow, it's
D20.
I was
fine.
going to say a non-random d20 would not be fair. So
Yeah.
Crisp 15.
Okay, with a crisp 15, you got some pretty decent dreams. A little weird, little sensational, a little bit kind of almost on the edge of a mushroom trip, but
Mm.
yeah, decent dreams. Speaking of dreams, how is our dream wizard doing as he's looking at all of the chemical compositions of these rocks that definitely do not match what the placards say?
is it a teenager giving me this tour?
It is the teenager giving you the tour, the one you gave the cookie to.
He says to the teenager, he goes, usually I'm in the position of teaching the person around your age, whereas it appears here you're responsible for telling me things, and I'm a little disoriented, I'll be honest.
Oh, like you're a teacher?
I mean, I recently retired.
I didn't know
Probably.
teachers did that. Whoa. Yeah, no, so the rocks, they're like that weird shape because when the dragon, it melted it, he definitely like tried to bite into it. There used to be another dragon around here, and they sort of got like kicked out, is what the story says. So, that's why
Two
there's all these.
dragons.
Yeah, so like it was like on the edge and they were sort of like fighting for territory.
You don't actually have any clue what brought these up here. You've read a pamphlet, haven't you? Just some sort of
Well, like I
possibly a
didn't.
placard. I think it actually says it on the placard over there, and you've also mucked up some of the details on the placard. It's only 8 lines.
I'm not like super good at reading. But like I needed a job and oh like
Is there like a spot around here where the real something go? This is what we show to the people who come up here the first time to ooh and ah over. But I feel like there was some more work done to go through all the trouble to make this place. This is like the front. What is the word? Facade. I think that's a French word.
I think it's facade. But
You could be right.
yeah,
could be
yeah, no,
right.
like I totally dated this girl who like spoke Franglish, and it was kind of hot.
She's
And
from
yeah, it's
up north.
facade.
I wouldn't know her, right?
Yeah, no, she was just here for the summer. It was
She's
cool.
dated a lot of people in the village. You'd be surprised when I talk to the youth. She
Oh,
gets
what?
around. Yeah.
Oh,
You gotta watch
oh.
yourself. Franklin's chicks, they could cheat on you in a heartbeat.
Well, okay. I thought her and I kind of had something. Dang.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Well, I
Life
mean,
sucks sometimes.
yeah, but you seem pretty cool. I mean, like, okay, so I'm not
Do
really
I?
supposed to. Well,
It's like, what
like
the
you liked my
fuck?
joke, and that was kind of nice, and you gave me a cookie. And I'm sorry I threw it up. I get a little nervous when pressure happens. I'm just not super great with it. And oh, yeah, I didn't really love this job, but my parents made me take it, so I'm doing the best I can.
I have a lot of experience with parents pushing kids to places where they didn't originally intend to go. That's kind of my whole business.
Really? How do you like?
Yeah, you
How do you
weren't.
deal
You're
with
not.
that?
Well, first I ask if they're a seventh child. Are you the seventh child of your family?
No, I'm like
I
the
can't help
fourth.
you. No clue.
That's really specific, man.
It is.
Okay,
It's worked out well for me right up until about 2 months ago.
2 months, eh? What happened 2 months ago?
Nothing.
Right. So the
But the thing that
rocks.
was supposed to happen didn't happen. Someone was supposed to show up.
Oh, dude, did you get stood up on a date? I'm so sorry, man. I totally get. You know what?
In a
I get it. I
yeah.
get it. When she stood me up, I was so heartbroken. You know what made me feel better though? Having some like time to myself and just like really meditating. Let me show you this place in the corner. You're not really supposed to be there, but it might help you get your mind right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, like the backstage tour. I like that.
Yeah. Those cookies might come like super helpful. If you picking up what I'm putting down.
I mean, I also do like simple sandwiches.
Do you have like chips in there?
Yeah, I've got chips with kettle chips, or just like something with like flavored chips.
Okay.
Or
So like I'm gonna go get Stephanie. And we're gonna go tell Ethan to like help the rest of the old people, and we're gonna go relax backstage.
she like when she leaves, he goes to himself. What was the inflection on the word relax? That didn't make a lot of sense. Like I don't recall anyone using that tone for just sitting down.
So yeah, she comes back with a very cute other tour guide. Again, they're definitely not wearing the uniform the way they're supposed to. They've hiked up the skirt. They've not got the buttons done up properly. They've done weird things with the tie. And Stephanie's like, "Hi, so like she says that you have like some really cool cookies and we were going to show you like our nice spot. Do you do good tips? Cuz like if you did, we could like give you an extra good tour."
Uh, I don't really have a lot of cash on me, but she said something about chips, and he reaches into the bag and he pulls out in another small paper bag a like a single serving size of freshly fried, very thin chips that are still steaming, and he hands it to her. They're incredibly crisp. He goes, "Is that count? Is it like a tip? That's
You are a god. And
no, I'm a
they
wizard. A wizard. I."
cool. Yeah, no, come back here. And so they take you to the, behind the ropes where the tourists are not supposed to go. They absolutely get themselves a joint and start smoking up. They offer it to you. It's really great for relaxing, man. Might open your mind.
My mind's well exercised, but I, you just inhale.
Yeah.
You just
Give me a
oh,
mic
that's
check.
sure. Might defense.
Yep, mic defense. Has he smoked in the past? Like, not necessarily like cigarettes or anything, but like, has he inhaled a decent amount of fumes with his chemistry and his sorcery and
Yeah,
his
he has.
wizardry?
Well, so I would say I do have a skill in chemistry. I'm trained in chemistry, so in terms of like not actually killing yourself by inhaling something. He's actually trying to avoid inhaling almost. It's like
Nice.
when things smell this bad, probably they shouldn't go in your lungs. But also, you're telling me to put them in my lungs. He's a bit torn.
Okay.
So yeah, it's eased by one for him if you want to give him chemistry. But what's the actual check?
The check is the reason I was wanting to know. His thing was if he had any extra assets beyond that. I'd say this one's a check of 2. It's not particularly difficult.
Difficulty 2 to smoke weed? Is that what I'm
Yep.
understanding? Cool.
All
Yeah.
right. So they're giggling and, doing teenage things, but they have given you basically the room to yourself with no annoying old women trying to tell you stories about their grandchildren, and no, the other tour guide looks like they maybe actually care about their job, telling you not to touch things or go and knock things over. You can kind of go and investigate as you like.
Do I have a bit of a buzz on at this point, though?
Yes, you're feeling pretty great.
All right. He's going to look around this chamber, and he's looking for evidence of, as opposed to like a cataclysm or like something like. He's looking for evidence of construction or plans or notes. Like did someone sketch something to make it look this way? Did they leave like marks that didn't get covered up for when they were trying to sculpt whatever was out there? Because he thinks someone literally sculpted the place as opposed to like melting it like a dragon. So he's looking for evidence of the, this being like a workroom of some kind. Even tools that, yeah.
So he's looking for like marks from tools or marks from like acid. So he's looking for marks of something being cut away or added on.
Of something being cut away, but he's also looking to see if someone, like, people will when they're making something out of wood, they will mark the side that is supposed to be discarded, or they will put a line where something's supposed to go, but that doesn't always get erased in the process or doesn't get painted over or whatever. Like, he's looking for just sort of any evidence that somebody cut a corner or didn't finish something.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check, the investigation if you've got it. And that's going to be a DC 3.
I have magic training.
That would be an asset, yeah.
Okay, so that's an asset. We'll just roll that. DC 3. He's going to put. We'll put one level of intellect effort into that. I assume it's an intellect check. Rolls a 17. God damn.
Very nice. Okay.
He is very trained.
So because you have specifically done this with magic training as well, this gives you something else. So as you investigate, this does look very planned. Like you can see how the weight is being distributed. You can see how it's being used to like catch the light. It is too tidy to be natural. Like this doesn't make any sense for it to be natural. Weirdly, though, you don't see any of the marks you're looking for. You don't see any cuts. You don't see any scrapes. You don't see any joints. You don't see any seams. This looks like somebody took stone and sculpted it like clay. And can you give me let's see. No, you got a 17. Okay, yeah. So with this is definitely magic, but this is not a sorcerer's magic or like
Wizard
this is not
magic.
something. This would be something more akin to your final student, something that they would have played with. This is something coming from another plane, and it feels kind of like when you've got the edges of something rubbing together.
He's gonna go. He's gonna close his eyes at first. No, close his eyes. He wouldn't close his eyes. Sorry. He's gonna take out his wand, and he's going to hold it up, and he's just going to see if the light of the wand catches something that is off or attached to something else. Like he's done this before to find like remnants of spells that were cast, to find mistakes that his students have made in things. It's basically like instead of shining a flashlight, he's shining a magical light around, just looking for
Like he's like a black light in a hotel room. He's looking for
he's looking for more evidence.
Uh, yeah, no, this place glows like a flare. Like it that all of the two perfect formations, those things glow, and you see some weird like currents. So it's like you could see something kind of flowing off, dripping off. and then it sort of
Uh.
mists off into something you can't quite follow.
He,
Take an XP for that. That was good.
all right, sure. He pops his head back to where the two girls are, and he goes, "You guys ever doze off after toking it for a while?"
No. What? Who'd you talk to?
Just a weird old man with a funny hat, I remind you.
That didn't make it better, dude.
Yeah, no, it never does. I'm just curious. I need to know what kind of dreams you have if you doze off in this place.
Oh. And, yeah, looks a little awkwardly at Stephanie. Totally normal dreams of people that are, normal levels of attractive and, nothing weird beyond that. And, Stephanie kind of,
Okay,
giggles.
can you show me the spot where the most normalist things come into your mind if you accidentally fall asleep there?
Do you mean like the normal that I said or the normal that, teachers say?
I'm trying to speak your language, child, and I feel like we're a little bit far apart here.
Okay.
Could
And
be the weed talking.
Stephanie's gonna be like, no, seriously, I do get some weird dreams though. I dreamed that I took a math class, which was weird because math sucks. And I had a dream that I was doing inventory. I don't even like doing that when I'm awake. So why would I dream about that? But I've dreamed about it the past 3 times. I thought it was the weed, but maybe it's something else. These fries are really fucking good.
Yeah, I know. The kind I like. We put a little extra salt in there. Don't ask how.
She's like,
What?
it's right over here though. This is where the weirdest one. I once had a dream. I swear to God. I was doing taxes. Yeah.
Now, is it the kind of where you're doing taxes and then you open the page and a bunch of mice run out and you have to chase them down because they are the taxes and you have to shove them back in the book? That kind of dream?
No. This was just a super regular dream where all my stuff is being taxed. So all my really cute skirts were being taxed, and so I couldn't keep all of them. And then I was losing some of my hotness. So my hotness got taxed, which is weird. I didn't know you could do that. And then my girlfriends got taxed. So I didn't have as many girlfriends. Because when I used to have lots of girlfriends. Yeah, it was super weird.
That is definitely that's the word I think you and I are going to share about this exchange is weird. I'm really good at taking naps, so I'm gonna grab a quick one to get the full experience before the tour leaves again. So
Is
if
it
you
because
could
you're
just
super old?
yes, I'm terribly old.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Usually they fall and they're not asleep, but you're being proactive. That's super smart.
That's not sleeping, but I'm just going to take a nap.
All right, but if you
In-
could not die, that'd be super great because when you die, when people die here, because it happens sometimes, we have to stay and do overtime, and I really kind of don't want to do that today. Although
Well,
you've got the fries, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
yeah, the fries kind of stop coming if I croak, so it's all in our best
Ah,
interest for me to make it out of this alive.
right. So we'll really make sure that you still have a pulse and whatnot. It's cool. Yeah. Did you want a pillow or something?
Pillows, yes, absolutely. I love a pillow.
All right, I'll go get some extra uniforms and make you a pillow. And so she does that. She comes back, gives it to you. Did you want this? It really helps me get to sleep. Another puff?
I have what the hell? I can't even pronounce it. It's
Oh
onir
yeah.
onirokemi, which is task related to sleep and mixing elixirs to help creatures fall asleep. Would I recognize what she is holding up?
Yeah. Yeah, these
Do I?
are roughly cut sleeping pills in with what looks to be hot chocolate, and Yeah, so this is an inexpert attempt at some, chill juice from somebody who does not know what the fuck she's doing.
Since I did not bring any of my supplies, will it do in my estimation?
It will do because you know how much to take. The issue is she
Right.
does not.
Yeah. Just
roll
gonna have a
me-
couple sips off the top, honey.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, before you go to sleep, could you do you have any more fries? Because I'm kind of got the munchies now.
Yes, of course I have. Right. Oh, I've got something they showed me one time, and he opens the lunch bag and he brings out a little baggie of cheese puffs, also in a paper bag, and he goes,
Whoa, what are these?
"Irresistible."
Cool. Thanks, old man. Sweet dreams.
Simon. Name was Simon. I think we did do the introductions. Never
Oh,
mind.
yeah, that's cool. Thanks, Simon.
That's going to be old man again in 10 minutes. Okay. He goes to get the pillow, get himself comfortable, and he goes to sit down where she told him the tax dreams happen.
And so you hear them, kind of going, oh yeah, we can totally say that he fell and then that's why we're back here. It's like, oh man, maybe he could say that we help. That do you think that would get us half the day off? Oh, maybe. And they keep just kind of chattering back and forth. And yeah, you knock yourself into dreamland pretty quickly. And I think that is a decent spot to go take a 10-minute break because you guys have been very patient and I love you.
Woo!
Things about to get
Your characters are
weird.
great.
I'm excited.
Incredible. I'm very excited to see.
Simon's just trying to have a nice time with everybody.
Yeah. Simon's gonna have an interesting time, and yeah, we've got a Boblin who has a broken hand that's going to need some attention.
Yeah.
We've got an old woman under 17 quilts, and we have
17
somebody who's
quilts.
accidentally broke. Sorry.
I was just
17.
saying, yeah, 17 quilts.
Yeah,
That's-
17 quilts, and we have an
I
archer
wanna
who
know
has
what-
accidentally injured a child.
Yeah, when we come back, I want to know how Scott's predicament shakes out and
Yeah.
how it relates to whatever the hell the rest of us are on our way to
Yeah.
do.
Alrighty. 10 minutes.
See you in 10.
Yeah. Oh. Been quite the disparate set of rides so far.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see how Joe ties it all together. It's going to be interesting. I suspect that we're all going to get conked out somehow.
I mean, I just went to sleep. Fuck it. Get it over with. I did very much enjoy the stoner teens not quite getting my vibe. Dream where I was doing my taxes and my girlfriends got taxed, and then I had less girlfriends. You what the what now?
I mean, it's a dream. You can't hardly blame her.
She got taxed on her hotness too, which was really
Mhm.
alarming.
And then she had
Was
hotness, which
Yeah,
that seems like a slippery slope. Like if you keep getting taxed on the hotness, it seems like it's harder to get that back.
yeah.
Well, yes. But also, the less hotness you have, in theory, the less hotness you're paying. So it feels like there would be some, like it's like a slope. It'll slowly level out at some point.
Your
At an
taxable
average.
income gets lower and lower every year.
Exactly.
It's a marginal. It's a marginal rate. You know, when you drop into the lower bracket, it feels better.
Yeah.
Does it feel better or does it feel worse knowing that you're that much less hot, that you're in a different tax bracket?
Well, the amount that people complain about going into the new tax bracket in real life, if they're making more money, I figure it must feel good to go into the lower tax bracket. If
I
you
can
know
only
less
assume.
less of a percentage of your hotness is now at threat.
That's true.
I feel like if my character was getting taxed by hotness, he'd probably be getting a refund from the state at this point.
No, the hotness refund.
He's on subsidy.
Oh, you're a goblin. Well, you're on the. If you just fill out this paperwork, the government will give you some hotness out of pity.
Yeah.
We'll get you up to Hobgoblin at least.
Yeah. Unlike your hot drow mistress who's already there.
That's just unavoidable. You can't have a drow mistress and have her not be hot.
Yeah,
It's like
the ugly
against the
ones
law.
die.
Yeah.
And the hot ones die. They all kind of die.
Something
They're
about
drow.
the nature of the Underdark. Yeah. I thought it was a fun touch that she was so drow. I don't know why, but when I created the character in the backstory, I didn't really think about the levels at which Joelle would express the drowness of a drow matriarch, and it was spot on. It's perfect.
She played a refugee from the Underdark in the game that I DM'd, or one of the games I DM'd for her.
Ah,
I've heard a
So she
lot
had
about it.
a lot of experience with matronesses because they had to go back
Nice.
there and got spicy.
yeah.
She speaks very fondly of that campaign, Thomas.
It was a good time. Not many folks can say that they've completed 2 entire campaigns with the same group.
Ooh, I can.
Hell yeah!
Yep. I've run. Now I'm getting close to 250 sessions in the last 3 years.
Wow.
So two 60-session campaigns with exactly the same group in D&D, and then I moved that group. We finish our level 13 session Intro to My New World and Cypher campaign next week. So that's 130. That's 150 with. Sorry, no, 135 with them.
Wow. And both
And
of both of the Numenera campaigns that I've been in so far, they were like what, 44, 43?
44 and 46. Yeah.
46, yeah.
So 90 total. And then 10 more of Numenera with the group that I learned how to run Numenera while running it. But 2 of those people dropped out. So that's, what am I? 230 or 130 plus 90, 220. I'm forgetting something. I know it's more. I just know it's more.
Nothing more with me, I don't think. We've done the 2 full Numenera campaigns. I wasn't a part of the original 10.
Oh.
Uh,
I'm wondering if I'm forgetting something from D&D.
It could be.
I run a lot of D&D, Thomas.
Uh-huh.
You get
But
the opportunity to try out Daggerheart yet?
no, I'm not. I feel like Cypher does all the things I want to do, but I think Daggerheart has a lot of ideas really mixed well together from everything I've heard. Even people, I have a friend who I played D&D with, and I was like, "Oh, the way you're RPing D&D and the way you're playing D&D, it's like a numbers game that happens to have some characters in it, and you're really bad at the characters bit." Which is why I don't run for him anymore, because I got tired of that, like trying to force my RP style onto them, and they really weren't into it, and they didn't even realize they weren't into it. Like they just didn't realize they weren't giving me back what I was putting out. I was like, you know what, guys, I don't think you're my group. So that guy played a Daggerheart one shot, and he was like, it's so different because you have your experiences that feed your abilities. And he goes, I could see people around the table who'd never thought about it before thinking about how did my character get the experience to justify this ability, right? It makes the RP part of the mechanics. And Cypher does it to an extent, right? Like, because if you read Cypher abilities and backgrounds and stuff, they are thinking that way. But Daggerheart
Cranks it up to
is
11.
it's concise. It's so concise that the thing you are doing is the story. And I think it's a really smart system, but also a system that admittedly borrowed from so many other systems, including the one we're playing right now.
Absolutely. I mean, like it's the love child of everything that Critical Role wanted out of a system that they felt constrained by D&D, and they're like, no, screw this. We're going to do it our way, and it's going to be awesome. We're going to make our own TTRPG with blackjack and hookers.
I was totally
And the
going to say
spotlight.
that.
And the spotlight. Oh.
The thing I find funniest is how people's brains are broken that there's no initiative. And it's like, because you don't want to keep doing stuff when you have a 50-50 shot of giving the DM a chance to do something to you. You want to restrict your actions to just the necessary things. You don't just want to keep, but like people just don't see it right away. And I think they have to play it to see it. Now, again, I haven't played it, but it occurred to me pretty quickly that with GM intrusions, right? Because I get them every time somebody rolls a 1, and I can do them anytime I want. I just have to pay for them. I realized, like if you're rolling and you're rolling, just the act of it has a 50-50 shot of giving the DM something to do.
It's actually greater than 50-50, because if you fail with hope, you also give the GM spotlight.
So you want to confine your actions to necessary actions, or the DM can do whatever the hell they want. But I've seen a couple actual plays, and people are like, as the DM, it's like, I've never run out of fear. I've always had them in my pocket. I'm like, yeah.
Me either.
You don't even run Daggerheart.
Always got something in my pocket. Throw it out there.
All right. Shall we get started? Because we've got all the active players.
Certainly.
Okay. So, well, I was gonna say, look, we were gonna talk to the young
I
man
have to flash
Camera.
my camera on and off because
I have to do it too sometimes.
Mirrors. Cool. All right, so you have just bashed a kid in the face, broken their nose. They're screaming, and there are a bunch of real jackassy looking bandits coming your way, and they recognize you.
He had like this like speech prepared in his head. It was like, I've been tracking you, leave the woman alone, blah, 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 blah. And it's gone. After bopping this kid in the nose with his elbow. And he's like turned around like, oh my God, are you okay? I don't understand how I did. Okay,
He's
you
just
need to.
scared.
you need to go. He's kind of like ushering him away, turning around to face these guys, and he's like,
Give me a perception check.
okay, I can perceive.
You're very good at perceiving, I believe.
I will try to perceive, yes.
What do your elven eyes see?
18.
Lot.
So 21.
Ooh,
Quite a bit.
hell yeah.
Dope. Okay. So you see that, yeah, this is not the only kid hiding here. All of the kids are hiding here. And,
Oh no.
it might not be great if these bandits were to advance significantly further.
Okay.
But you also look around and, again, you are trained. You're great with a bow. You know how to use your weapons. These guys are just bullies. They have no technique. They have no proper skill. There's a reason that they are intimidating on an isolated farm, not in a town. There's a reason that they're out here with a woman who doesn't seem to have anybody else around other than these children. You're pretty sure that if you can put on a good intimidation, a good show, if you can take a few of them out, there's a good chance that they'll break because you are an unknown factor to them. These guys are going for something easy.
Cool. And I did I hit one of them with my arrow?
Yeah, oh no, he's
Through his hand.
he's got a whole arrow right through it.
So after shooing the kid away, and he'll step out of the woods, bow drawn, and he's skirting the edge away from the crying kid, and trying to keep their attention on him because he's got a bow drawn in their direction. He's gonna look at the guy that he shot in the hand, who he assumes is the leader because that's the one that was doing the talking. I didn't have to miss your heart. That was a warning shot. Go away.
Give me a deception check, please, sir.
Okay.
If
assuming
that
that's
succeeds, I will let you do an intimidation check. Eased by a step.
okay. That's an intellect. I will apply a level of effort. I'm not trained particularly.
Yeah, this one is going to be a difficulty 4.
Difficulty 4. Okay. Hiya! That was a 2 on the die. God damn it.
Oh no.
All right. Yeah, he just looks like, you got lucky.
I released the arrow.
All right. Roll to hit.
Okay. Okay. What's this guy's difficulty?
He is currently hit, and he's coming at you. He's moving. I would say this one's a difficulty 2 to just hit him. But if you do more than that, then this will have different effects.
I'm not trying to. I want to hurt him, or kill him,
Yeah.
kill or maim.
Yeah.
And I will apply an effort to the damage. That's a nat 20.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right.
Don't get caught in the ricochet.
So, are you wanting to kill him, or are you just wanting to scare everybody?
At this point, Scott's pride is hurt.
Yeah.
Because he's good with a bow.
Mhm.
And this guy didn't believe that he wasn't trying to miss. So he's trying to shoot him through the neck.
All right. He shoots him through the neck into the buddy right behind him.
Yeah.
Can you please give me so that was a damage of 7?
Yes.
All right. Well, the
Does
first
that
guy is
include the
definitely...
+4? No, it doesn't. That was
Oh,
a
it does
damage of
not.
11.
Oh,
Fabulous.
shit.
Okay. So the first guy is definitely dead. And the second guy, you get him right in the chest. The leader was not the tallest of men. And his buddy's pretty fucking towering. So you get him, he's, oh. What the fuck are you?
Go away.
Give me a wisdom check.
Go away.
Intellect?
Yep.
We met this elf in the forest. His name was Go Away, and he was scary as fuck.
That's a 19. Damn.
Holy
rolling
shit.
spicy.
Oh.
Okay. So, you know that elves don't interact a heck of a lot with humans. These are some country bumpkins. You can say go away, but if you use some of your elvenness, you can be some ethereal creature telling them to go away, and they'll probably never come back.
Ooh, okay.
Do you want to
Skull.
put on a performance?
Scott will puff up his chest. I am the spirit of this forest, and you have tormented this woman long enough. Be gone before I take the rest of your lives.
All right. This is going to succeed because you,
Okay.
that's a nat 20 and a 19 back to back. Fuck yeah. Can you please roll me a performance check for something else?
Okay. Intelligence. Here we go. Hey, 13.
Right. That'll do. Cool. So as this guy pulls the arrow out of his friend's throat and his lung, his friend drops, choking, gurgling. He's not long for this world. The other guys look around. They know that this is they brought a knife to a gunfight. They book it. Yeah, one of them definitely pisses himself as he goes, and they blubber. We don't want anything. We're no magic. No. What the fuck? Why do we come out here? And they just start bickering with each other, blaming each other, trying to convince you that it was the dead guy's idea the whole time. And yeah, if you're going to let them run, they are going to run.
Yeah, I'll let them run.
All right. The kid whose nose you broke is staring at you like,
So as soon as the guys are like
mhm.
out of earshot, Scott turns to the kid. I am so sorry. Are you okay? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Bring your brothers and sisters. Let's go back into the house.
Mom! And he starts screaming for his mom,
Oh.
and she rushes out, and
Scott's
she-
ears
she-
are tinged red. He's so
Yeah.
embarrassed.
she scoops up her child. Oh, it's okay, honey. Oh, I'm so sorry they did this. And she looks at you and she's like, oh, hi.
Are you all right?
What?
Are you okay?
We're and you can tell she has no idea. Like she was in the house. She was frightened, and suddenly, while there was a bunch of kerfuffle going on, she comes out to a bloodied child and an elf.
And a dead guy on the ground.
And a dead body.
She's just in shock.
Okay.
Did you still want to eat?
Oh, I'm not with those guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Good.
it like points to the guy that's dead on the ground. They shouldn't bother you anymore. And I'm sorry about. He was behind me, and when I drew, and oh gosh.
Come in. And she's got her toddler on her hip. You guys can come inside. I don't think they're coming back. And take an XP for scaring a bunch of bandits
Well worth
away
it.
in a spectacularly epic fashion. I love that. That's so damn cool.
Scott's like, yeah, I'm a hero. Yeah.
Does he say that out loud?
I'm like a little bit to himself, like under his breath, like.
So yes, this woman, she's a bit rounder. She's got the like warm maternal look about her. She's got something cooking on the stove. She's got bread that's been laid out. She's definitely pulled things out for these bullies. Like this seems to have been something that she's been suffering with for a while. And the kids all timidly come in from the large tree they were hiding behind and in. and they're looking at you like you just walked out of a fairy tale. And you've got somebody who looks to be about like 6, kind of awing at you and can't decide if they're going to go up and touch you or not. There's a little girl who's kind of staring at you, and she's like, "Are you an elf?
Yeah.
Did you did you come here to save us?"
Yeah, I guess so. That's the way it ended up working out anyway.
And she's gonna turn to her mom. "See, I told you they'd come back. I knew they'd come back. Mom didn't think they'd come back, but I knew that they'd come back. We just had to, be really careful and really good. And I've been really good with the mushrooms, and the mushrooms are so happy. So I knew they'd send somebody to come back." And she's babbling and she's excited. And she's like, "Oh, yeah, no, that's great, Jenny. That's one. Why don't you go get the soup? Okay. I'm sure our friend here. I'm so sorry. I'm so rude. What's your name?" She's kind of like trying to take care of her son's broken nose.
I'm Scott. It's nice to meet you. Um, what's your name?
Petunia, it's lovely to meet you. Give me a perception check. I think would be what this one is.
Okay. I will attempt to
You have one
perceive.
asset because you are an elf.
Cool. So that's a 9 equivalent? Or no, a 12 equivalent. Excuse me.
12, yeah.
Um. Oh, sorry, I didn't give you the difficulty. But it beats a difficulty too, which is what you were looking for. Um. This woman seems to have slightly pointed ears. Somebody who's dabbled with either elven culture or the fae. Um, and you notice all of her kids have this too. Something,
So like half elven, quarter elven, something in
yeah,
that
like there's some
vicinity.
elvish blood in there. There's something other than human in there. Not super
Hmm.
common.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, Petunia. Would you like to stay for dinner? I have. Well, I have more now.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
Sorry. Jenny's very excited. She's got a kinship with the woods and hasn't quite been feeling herself recently. So you sort of look like what she's expecting. It's so I apologize if she's just a little everywhere. And Jenny's gonna come back. No, no, he said he came to save us, and like now we're gonna be okay. It means Dad's probably gonna come back, and things are gonna be fine, and then nobody's gonna come and like steal from our garden again. And you see her mother just, yep, absolutely. Sorry. And you see the oldest boy, he kind of Jenny, why don't we go why don't we go see if there's any of the fresh greens. Maybe they've sprouted. Mom could maybe use those. And she's gonna kind of do her son like thanks, and they're gonna walk off. Um. Meanwhile, how is our very injured goblin doing? What's he gonna do?
Uh, he has uh made his way a little bit into the city, um, and he has stopped off at a tavern that he knows some people at, and he's looking to get some under table quick healing done from somebody at this bar while also having a good drink.
Alrighty. Um. So, is this a tavern you've been to before?
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's been here. I'd like to believe it's a tavern where he has arranged for certain things before, whether it's getting contacts put in place, getting information. I feel like there's some times that he's come here in the past to have like a quick drink. It's a run. I'm imagining a rundown like lower city kind of style, goblin centric tavern where it's like he wouldn't get side eye from anybody in here.
All right. So, clutching your much worse for wear package, and in your one good hand, you kind of hobble in with as much dignity as you're able to muster, and you see a woman. She looks to be a little past middle age. Hey, what happened to you?
I had to run in with a rather unsavory mount, and he has failed me for the last time, I assure you.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, upon my reaping of his undue time of death, I have seemingly broken a very important part of my arm.
Well, it's not the first time we've had you in here for such injuries. Um, would you like your usual room, the one with a view of the door and the walls beside it?
Yes, the one with the fortified brick on the south-facing wall is best.
Of course, of course. Do I bill your mistress?
We'll keep it under the table today, and he reaches in and pulls out some coins for her.
She pockets them and offers you your usual drink, a rather strong thing, I imagine. What does I keep wanting to call him Boblin. Um,
He is a Bob Goblin, so
yeah.
Boblin,
Uh,
El
Just
Goblin.
Bob.
Boblin
Just
O'Goblin.
What does Bob like to eat or like to
Uh,
drink?
Bob is he's more refined in his tastes after spending so long as a semi-important figure in the house, but he keeps a flask of a fine drow brandy on him.
Hmm.
But when he's at the taverns, he tries to blend in with his kinfolk there. So he generally drinks like a grog or something that's more ale-like there. So as to
All
not
right.
draw too much ire from the other goblins who would perceive him as snooty, so to speak.
Yes. Okay. So, is he going to drink in the common tavern, or is he going to go drink in his private room?
He will take the cup from her, kind of tucking the parcel under his arm and scooping it up with his good hand. Thank you, my dear. I will be taking it in my room while I nurse this injury.
Do you have all the supplies you need, or should I send somebody up for you?
If you could send Ivanovich, if he's here, that would be ideal. I believe last time he managed to get my ankle sorted out quite well.
I'll send him up as soon as he gets back.
Thank you, dear. And then he will saunter off to his room.
All right. As you're heading up there, you start to feel a bit woozy. Like many things in your mistress's domain, those beetles are highly venomous. Please roll me a might check.
Okay. Do. What's our difficulty?
I'm going to say this one's a difficulty 3, but if you have an asset with like poisoning or anything like that, you can give yourself an asset.
Does not have anything with poisoning specifically, ironically.
Other people handle that.
Yeah, he's more of a director of sorts. He doesn't do a lot
Yeah.
of the actual stuff. But I'm just gonna see
He
where we
deals in
end up.
information and more direct death. Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
not great for me, I think.
Right. So, yeah, you've never had Volks ever, rear up on you. This is very, very strange behavior. Um, and this bite is pretty nasty. So you feel yourself. Give me a might check, a might defense.
A defense.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the same rule as last time. What's our difficulty in this one? 3 as well?
This one I would say.
I
This
think
one
the
I'd
first
say
one
a
was to figure
4.
out what was happening to you, which
Yeah.
you haven't been able to figure it out.
No, the first one was to see if the poisoning hit or not, or whether he
Mhm.
just shook it off.
Hmm.
This one is to see how fast it's going to run through your system.
Or
So
Bob.
what level are we looking at?
This is a multi-level thing. So, in order to have it, your best scenario of obviously is a nat 20, but yeah, anything below a 10 is pretty bad news.
All right. Well,
Unknown
let's
difficulty.
find out. That's a
Oof.
3.
Oh no.
It's really
All
rolling
right.
hot.
So you manage to stumble into your room,
Mhm.
and the room is spinning and spinning and spinning, and you, sir, are going to fall unconscious.
Is he walks into the room and he closes the door and his like hand shakily drops his grog and he like looks down at the floor and everything's all blurry. And then he kind of scoops the package up close to his chest. So he says, "No, that's unfortunate." Just falls down to his back.
All right. It's a good thing you asked for some help before you climbed up here.
Yeah.
Cool beans. Moving along. Simon.
Oh, yes. But
Simon, you dream in ledgers, row upon row of shelves, perfectly square, stacked higher than you can crane your neck. Even though every thought you've ever had has been flattened into a file, tied with red string, labeled in triplicate, and shoved into place with brutal precision, the air tastes of dry ink and stale glue. As you move stiffly down the aisles, quill in hand, your joints are aching as if they too have been cataloged and are rubbing against the other things next to them. Every step echoes like a strange click in an endless hallway. Each breath rattles like parchment. There's no room to turn, no room to stretch, only more and more shelves pressing in, each corridor narrower and narrower than the last. The parchments are smudged, blotted with mildew, black-green resin seeps between the bindings, with little streams of gold illuminating them. The labels peel away, curling like dying leaves. Files multiply. No matter how many you sort, taxes on earnings, taxes on learnings, taxes on breathing, taxes on dreaming. Each one stamped with officious ink demanding signatures from witnesses that do not exist. And with every file you form, you feel a thin slice of your cleverness skimmed away, tithing on your concentration. Your thoughts fray at the edges, your once sharp insight dulls like a spoon. It's as if the very act of working, of thinking, of problem solving is being taxed. Percentage by percentage, a slow bleed of brilliance. You work harder and faster, desperate to keep up the pace, only to feel more of yourself slipping away into the margins. Your arms grow heavy, your back bows. The more you file, the more your blood feels like it's being siphoned off into quills. The air thickens, clotted with dust and spores pressing into your lungs until even sighing feels expensive. Claustrophobia gnaws at the edges of your thoughts, and you feel like you cannot escape because escape itself has not been filed in the proper drawers. Above you, shelves hum, vibrating like the strings of a bow drawn too tight, and from the darkness comes a dry rustling, like a million pages turning in unison, and the voice of the stacks whispers, and it's a familiar voice. Simon? What are you doing here? This would be the voice of Castra, and she looks absolutely golden.
um yes. What was the question? Sorry, wasn't expecting to see you here. Kind of blanked out on that.
I wasn't expecting to see you here either. How did... Are you dreaming?
Probably. It's not going well. Going to be honest with you.
No. No, it's pretty bad. I haven't been able to get out of here for quite some time. You're the first other person I've seen. Do you think you can wake up and take me with you? Do you know how to do that?
I mean, I'm fairly certain I can do one of those things.
Okay.
Did you dream your way in here, or did some other conveyance get you here?
I'm not sure how I got here. This feels like I slipped in between the cracks of something, and I can't reach my way out. Every time I try, it feels like gravity just pulls even harder on me, and every jump gets more and more difficult, so I stopped.
Yes, well, I'm not exactly sure how long I've been here, but the place is. I don't think this is my dream. To put too fine a point on it, since first of all, you're here, and I don't know I've ever seen any place like this. And usually, dreams are little bits and pieces reorganized of things I've already done or said or witnessed. So you're probably right. It's probably a dream, maybe, not my dream.
Do you know how to get
I'm
out of it?
napping somewhere where there's something not quite right about the world. So maybe we could slide back through the same way.
I was talking to a dragon before I left.
Oh, yes,
And
there's something about a dragon where I am, but it's not quite right. I don't know what's wrong with it.
something was wrong with my dragon too.
Sorry, hang on a second.
Yeah, sure. How you guys doing? Having fun? We've got stoner teenagers, we've got poisonous beetles, we've got asshole bosses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just thinking about like all of the ways everyone's going to sleep. So Flo has fully conked it, as she should. She deserves that. Bob is unconscious because of venom.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Simon, who has just kind of blazed himself into another plane of existence.
It's on that good shit, yeah.
Yeah, he's on the good shit. And then, Simon, I'm wondering how you're gonna go to sleepy time. Or, sorry, Scott.
Yeah, I'm wondering that too. Probably gonna end up in the body, and then Petunia's gonna insist I stay overnight, and I'll be like, yeah, sure.
Because he's a hero now.
Yeah.
Because he's a hero now. A
He's a
hero
So
elf.
cute. Oh my god.
That was
I love
his
that.
absolute concern, accidentally hitting a child, which is fair. I would also be very concerned if I accidentally hit a child.
And like an
How old
elbow
was
to
the
the
child that
nose.
he hit?
Yeah.
Broken
You
nose.
said-
Kid took it
no,
like a
you
champ,
said, like,
honestly.
Toddler? How old was this kid?
I mean, it could be toddler, because then that
yeah,
would
he's
be
a
the right
toddler.
height.
No, he's a toddler. He's 100% a
you hit
toddler.
a baby?
How
Yeah.
did I?
You
Were
hit a
were
baby?
you knelt down, maybe? You were knelt down on the ground to
Oh,
get a
yeah,
better,
Yeah.
brace.
Sorry, I
know?
thought you
Maybe
were
he was
kneeling
up in
down.
the tree.
If you
Yeah.
weren't kneeling down, then he was sitting on a rock, and that's how you did it. But we can retcon it that way.
We make it work.
played,
You're
well
a very
played.
small
Yeah.
elf.
But yeah, he's very little. He's very little, and he came out despite the fact that there are bad guys.
It's very little.
And
and
yeah,
that
you
makes-
conked him pretty good in the
A
face.
brave man.
That makes more
A
sense
brave
why he
little
was
man.
like out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thanks.
You're a hero. You only hit one toddler. It's
Not an
Small
illustrious
beans,
start
don't
to
worry
my
about
career. I'm gonna be honest.
We all,
I-
hey, you can only go up from here, you know?
I spent 10 minutes writing my favorite beetle and then had to put him to death and got poisoned and a broken wrist. So,
It's everyone's no good, very bad day.
certainly not having the best of times.
no. I think Simon's having a pretty good day. So I mean, this dream seems maybe bad news. But he just like blazed it with some teenagers.
He went
Is
on a
that not
dope tour,
everybody's dream?
called out every line of bullshit the teenagers threw at him, and then immediately got high and went to sleep.
Yeah.
He's having
Why
a
As
do
he
good
drugs
should.
tournament.
feature so prominently in my roleplay? I don't use them in real life.
It's
I
fantasy.
think subconsciously
Exactly,
you
it's
want
fantasy.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah, it's fantasy.
Where
I'm
else
like,
were you
yeah,
gonna
this
do drugs
sounds
if you don't do
fun.
them in real life?
Where else are you gonna do drugs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
I once played a very promiscuous elf. That was also fun.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah, that's right. That was your game.
Oh.
Yeah, you did.
I was a pre-gen character too, from Lost Mines of Phandelver.
Yeah, I feel like she went off the rails as much as anything else in that campaign. Shit.
I mean,
When I
most
ran
of
it,
these
that
people,
went wildly different.
you got
We
to
know.
watch me try to fuck a guy as a robot last week. Like,
That was pretty great.
Yeah, Big Mike.
Yeah.
All right.
Wife just went sleepwalking. Sorry, had to
It's all good.
get back in bed.
Understandable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
she's
of
on
sleep
theme.
and trying to
Yeah.
walk.
He looks at Castra and goes, "Have you tried just drifting?"
Sink like a stone.
Sometimes it's okay to find where the bottom is. And he reaches out to take her hand.
You feel it, and that same strange siphoning weight is pulling on her as well.
Yeah, he's going to try and pull a dream object from one of her dreams.
Ooh,
I'm trying to
okay.
think what she would like. He is trying to he's trying to find a comforting image, a person who she talked about or who she would have dreamed about in the past.
Ooh,
When the dream was not oppressive.
okay. Roll me insight. Difficulty. You know her pretty well. I think this one's a difficulty 1. You knew her when she
Um,
was little, so you would have a pretty good idea.
I'm making it automatic, but I'm gonna
You
roll
make it
anyway.
automatic? Alrighty.
Yep. Good thing I
Very
did
good.
because I rolled a 2.
That's yeah, not great. All right. So
Yay, intellect edge.
when she first came to you, um, as you know, she was the people who brought her talked about her seeing demons and being possessed, and that was pretty terrifying for her. So when you were kind of helping to assuage her fears, um, giving her the education that she needed, you started with something soft and comforting. And you convinced her that not all things that look scary are bad. And I want you to think of what is the something ugly but weird that he would have shown her as comfort.
Ugly but weird.
So it's like ugly or weird, but not dangerous. Something that maybe is ugly but serves a good purpose in nature. Something that's scary but helps water the crops. Something like that.
I think he would have found the biggest toad in his pond and showed her that he was very much scared of things and panicked if you pick him up and pissed on you because that's a theme
Because it's
tonight.
Toad. Yeah.
And also that that so much life surrounded it, and that it could do crazy things like hibernate in the winter, um, and that it was really a spectacular living thing, even though it looked strange and ugly and had big beady eyes.
So she took to that very well and called him Wally Warts. And Wally became her first little kind of like buddy because it's hard being a child with just your teacher in an isolated tower after having everybody frightened of you for a while. So she used to confide in Wally Warts about her fears and what she wanted and all the strange things she started to see more and more often as she got older. And yeah, when she had her first birthday, Wally Warts was invited to it. You made him a little hat and everything. Um, when she was scared, you used to croak, telling her that Wally would be very disappointed in her if she didn't give it a try. This is her little comfort toad. And she keeps a little stuffed one with her on all of her travels.
He tries to pull out an image of Wally um, in a little enclosure that they built one time so she could keep him close by during the summer and see all of the things that he would eat and how he would where he would sleep and tuck himself in and everything else. He tries to just pull out an image of that and go, um, think about things that aren't heavy and written down. That sometimes learning doesn't come with any words at all, does it? It just comes from looking and observing.
Like, huh? Like the mud in near the pond. When, huh? And she thinks about the time that she was worried about Wally freezing over the winter. And you told her about all the ways that they had to adapt, and sometimes they were quite mucky and gross, and they would sink to the bottom of places where it was quite unappealing to us as people. But to Wally, this was comforting, and it's because he knew exactly how to wiggle out of it when he needed to, when he was ready, and when the time was right. And so she takes that comfort of thinking of Wally coming back in the spring and seeing him jump out of the very sticky mud that she was always worried was going to eat him every winter. And roll me a dream magic. Do you have something like that? Yeah, you have your
I have
dream.
Dreamcraft. I can pull an image from a dream to the
Dreamcraft.
waking world, place it within long range. It just costs me one. So to make the image of
Okay.
him doesn't cost me anything. It's because I have
Okay.
edge.
We're going to
Um,
infuse this thing with something. You're trying to pull something extra out of this because you're trying to get her to feel light, right? You're trying to give her like a
I'm
boost.
I'm trying to I'm trying to draw her attention to other feelings, right? That
Yeah, okay.
this place is pushing feelings on you. It's like, no,
Oh, okay. I pick up what you're putting down. All right.
I'm trained in like I have magic
Yeah.
training, so I'm trying to understand the magic of this place to counter it. If you want to run it
Yeah.
that way,
Yeah. No. I will get you to. Yeah, I'll get you to do a magic check for me. DC 3. No, sorry. You've got your dream thing. DC 2. Because you know
I can do
about
DC 3 and add an asset, or I can just do DC
yeah,
2. But I won't.
yeah. DC 3, and you have your asset for your craft, your specialty that has the strange name, the knowing how to go to sleep.
Uh, hey, 19, baby, and a
Hey,
minor effect.
hell yeah! All right. Uh, Wally Warts comes to life within the dream. He's not just a stuffed animal. He's not just a comfort toy. He gets bigger and bigger and bigger because you remind her that if this is her dream, she has control of it. She doesn't have to feel this way because she is smart and she is clever. What sort of words of encouragement do you give her to remind her that she is a badass plane hopping wizard?
I just look at her and I go, you know, you come to me and you ask me questions about fading away or pulling out or jumping up or whatever. You didn't walk out the front door of the tower, need I remind you. You just found your own exit. You're perfectly capable of finding your own exit, even if it means climbing on the toad's back and having him jump out of this place. I kind of am intensely curious at this point where you're going. So, whatever you do, instead of me taking you with me, how about you take me with you? Got every confidence we're going to end up somewhere cool.
Okay. I've never tried to do this with somebody else before. Let's go. And Castra, when you first found her, she was looking like exhausted. Like she's looking like she hasn't slept, like she's been trudging and the weight has been pressing and pressing and pressing. This looks like somebody who just took a weighted vest off and started skipping. Like she's feeling like, oh God, I can breathe, I can move. And as she kind of gets more of her kind of groove back, as she's walking with the gait that you remember her having, Wally, the warty, gets bigger and bigger and bigger and opens his mouth quite wide.
Oh, it's going to be the other way. Okay, well, sure.
I think we might run into some resistance trying to get out of here. And, well, toads are very sturdy.
Going to ride inside the toad?
He'll keep us safe this way, I think.
Yeah, well, as long as he doesn't eat my hat. And he pulls the hat down. And he follows her into his gaping maw.
Yep. In the very strange gaping maw, there are further strange things, which we'll get to in a moment. First of all, how's the teenager doing, Mr. Hero?
He's doing great.
All right. So, what is he going to do? Anything while they're getting dinner prepped? Is he going to talk to anybody? Is he going to help with cooking? Is he going to show off his bow? Because man, the kids are super interested. Um,
Um, yeah. Considering that this nice lady is working on dinner for him, he's gonna go and hang out with these kids. He hasn't been around young children.
yeah, that's not
In
really a thing
probably
where
a
you live,
good,
generally speaking.
probably
Ain't a
like a
lot of
good
those around.
30, 40 years. Uh, and this is a lot of young children. Like
Yep.
it's like a whole swarm of them.
There are
Uh,
6 children total,
6
including the
children.
toddler.
Is the toddler okay?
Toddler seems to be okay. Mom got his nose sorted out. He's unhappy, but it's bandaged and he's okay.
Okay.
Kids bounce back.
Yeah. Scott will unstring his bow because he doesn't want the kids hurting themselves with it, but he'll let them like touch it and play with it however much they want. He'll set the sword that he has at his hip somewhere up high where most of the kids can't reach it.
Very nice.
Yeah, and he'll just hang out on the floor with them and answer any questions that they have about being an
Are you
elf.
magic?
Yes.
Can you make flowers happen? My dad
I
can
don't
make flowers happen.
I don't know that one. He'll pull out his spell book and like flip through it. And he'll show them like only the first couple of pages have been filled. Like I'm still new at this. I'm trying to figure things
All
out.
right. And they're kind of like looking at your bow. Oh, I know that one. That one is for the Fall Clan, right? The Autumn Clan, and she's pointing to one of the runes carved into your bow, and it is. It's weird that she knows that though. That's not a human thing that's shared.
Mm. Scott's like slowly like starting to understand that these kids are a little fey touched. And he doesn't really want to have that conversation with them because they're kids.
Yep.
And there's probably a whole lot of context that he doesn't
There
want
are
to.
6 children in very close ages here.
Yeah, 6 children.
Yeah.
Dad not here. This is not a good conversation to have with the kids. So he's just, fielding their questions as best as he can and not pressing with them.
All right.
And just
Roll me a charisma check. Let's see how well you manage to dodge their uncomfortable questions.
he's not necessarily trying to dodge their questions, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
They're straight up going to ask you, "Have you seen my dad?"
Oh, it's a nat 20. I
Hell
am rolling
yeah.
spicy tonight.
Fuck yeah.
Um,
So
I,
these
I
kids look at you with big, wide blue eyes, much hope, asking if you have seen their dad. What do you tell them to give them a bunch of, like, feel good without necessarily lying? And I'm going to give you something else for this. No matter what you say, it's going to work in some capacity. Like, you
why
can't
don't
fail on this with a nat 20. I just wanted to know how you flavor it.
well what's your dad's name?
Dad?
Dad.
And the oldest comes in. Uh, his name is Lormouth.
Bournemouth. I think I have heard of Lormouth. Magical?
Yeah. Yeah, he does he makes the flowers happen, and then he makes the trees shake their leaves, and then he makes mommy turn all sorts of different colors, and he's got long hair just like you. But sometimes
Yes.
it's red, and sometimes it's brown, and sometimes it's all sorts of it's really cool.
I think I have heard of him. He's the coming fall. He is the harbinger of the seasons. And I'm
Is he coming?
sure, well, of course he's coming back. He has to, like the seasons. He's probably just off somewhere else right now, spreading the seasons where they need them. I mean, you like the time that you have with him, right?
Yeah.
Other people like their time with him too. And so he has to spread the joy that he has to give, to share around.
Oh,
You think you can share like you share your toys with your brothers and sisters?
I guess. But he's still like our dad, right? He's not everybody's dad.
No, he's only your dad.
Okay. And why has he been gone so long?
There's a lot of woods,
Did
and
they get
all the
bigger?
woods, the woods just keep going and going and going, and there's fairy circles and mysteries, dark holes where old hags dwell.
Mommy says not to talk to hags. She says that they're very tricky.
They are very tricky. There
Have
are
you fought a hag?
fought a hag? No. Talk to a hag once.
Mom, he talked to a hag! And they start bubbling in excitement, and she's like, okay, that's enough time for dinner. And everybody gathers up at the table, and there's a real light feeling of having escaped some danger. The kids are feeling better. Seeing your presence has reminded them and given them some sense of security. You may take that nat 20 and apply it again in the future because that was fucking dope. One time use. It's a
Hell yeah.
boomerang nat 20. All right. Sitting at the table, there is a great meal set before you, simple, but really good soup, really good bread. And Petunia sits next to you and she's like, I am so happy to share what we've got. I'm sorry for the kids' questions. They're father has been missing a lot longer than he normally is, and I don't know what to tell them. So we're kind of on our
I,
own out here at the moment.
I'd love to talk to you more about it after they've gone to bed. But this spread it looks delightful. Thank you. You're too
What
kind, truly.
what brings you out here?
Um, well, fate, I guess. Uh, I, I'm taking something of a sabbatical, a pilgrimage, something like that. Uh, and I just decided to start walking this way. And then I found those goons. They tried to rob me. I just slipped into the woods. And,
That's what I try to do as well when we see them. I
well, they said that
not
they would
exactly
come back.
unhappy to see the arrow through the one there.
No,
So I'll sleep a little easier.
that's understandable. And hopefully they shouldn't give you any. Is that a common occurrence? People bothering you here?
It wasn't, but it's become a lot more common. It's like something's I don't know. We always had this energy that sort of kept things pleasant and very lively, and lately it just feels very flat. I I'll be honest, I'm worried that my husband died and I just don't know it.
Does he tell you where he goes?
Into the forest, it's he often goes to visit his patron, Lady Tremaine.
Would I have heard of this individual?
Roll me something the equivalent of a religion check.
Cool. One intellect coming right up.
Man,
Damn.
Woo!
I'm rolling
Fuck yeah!
spicy tonight.
you're insane, my man.
Oh my god. Lady Tremaine is one of the immortals of the Fates. So she's not like one of the Fates. She's just in that sort of domain. She's in the domain of potential and possibilities. It's somebody you would find like before a forked path. She is symbolized by a mode of light, something that's changeable and could grow into anything. That's sort of her deal. So her husband being described as somebody who brings the flowers, that's probably because he's quite highly associated with spring and all the possibilities that come there. So you think maybe her husband, yeah, he was fey touched. Lady Tremaine has an association with children because children have a lot of potential.
Hmm,
Uh, that's where their pointed ears and where their fey touch comes from.
I see. But she's also fey touched. Is that because they fucked?
Yeah, that
Okay,
much fucking there. Yeah, the
gotcha.
life requires that to begin, and well, there's nothing that has more potential than a new life.
A
Sure
lot of
thing.
fucking.
Yes,
I
a lot of
really
much
thought you were
fucking.
going to say a good falcon.
Lady
Okay,
Tremaine, also known to have a lot of good fucking.
understandable. You know, who doesn't love that? Well, uh, would I know where this Lady Tremaine is said to dwell, or where this temple, or where?
Um, you know she would be in the Feywild, but I don't know if he's ever traversed there. Has he been there? Is there a reason he would have gone at his tender years?
I mean,
If you
if
can
he's
justify why he would have gone into the Feywild, like the raw Feywild, not
Mhm,
not the edges where his people live.
right, he did study under Flo during her tenure,
Oh,
and
oh, that's
that's her area of
true.
study. So maybe a field trip of some kind.
In that case, roll me an intellect check. I'm gonna make this one a DC. I'll make this one a DC 2. There's no way Flo doesn't know about this. Flo 100% knows who Lady Tremaine is.
Okay. Cool.
I was going to say you were probably one of the students that I sent to do my field work for me.
Hell yeah.
I will give you a deal here. If you have been one of her fieldwork students, then you absolutely know this. You don't have to roll for it. But that will come with other consequences later.
I would love consequences. I always
Beautiful.
give me consequences, please.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty. You know Lady Tremaine. Lady Tremaine, Lady Tremaine has some Kiri vibes about her. She has all the impulse control of. No, she doesn't have any.
Right.
So
Yes.
Lady Tremaine has. I shouldn't say that. No, she does govern her realm. She's responsible with it. She's quite attached to children known to take them into the Fey realm and leave things like shiny rocks in exchange. By Fey logic, that makes sense to them, but she does bring them back eventually.
Yeah.
She kind of curates their potential, kind of tending to them like a flower.
Right.
She keeps them as like a beautiful garden in her realm until they are ready to, have their finest blossom and then be brought to new places. Lady Tremaine is quite powerful. She is she has a consort who rules with her, and she touches the realm pretty frequently.
Okay.
But a little difficult to contain. If you were trying to find her, you would need to get to a gate of the Fey realm, so you could look for something like a fairy ring and see if you have any luck with that.
Interesting. All of this is flashing through his head as soon as she says the words Lady Tremaine. And he's like, oh. So he just went to go see Lady Tremaine.
That was the last I heard of him, yes.
You said Jenny tends to mushrooms in the forest?
She does, yes.
I might. I don't know. I could probably go and ask Lady Tremaine to see if she knows where her husband is.
All right.
Maybe. Yeah, probably. Yeah, absolutely.
I would greatly appreciate it. That would mean everything to us. We haven't heard from him it's been over a year. But I don't know if that means he's been gone for just a heartbeat. He has a way of navigating the currents of time. Lady Tremaine makes sure of it, but the fact that he's been gone so long, something's wrong.
Well, the fates took me here. Only seems right to keep saying yes, Especially after this nice dinner you've made for me.
If you get my husband back, that'll be worth way more than a fine dinner and a place to sleep. And we're going to cut away. Woblin the Goblin!
That was so aggressive.
Sorry.
So many hard B sounds in that.
All right, Bob, you
Yeah.
are unconscious and
Oh.
poisoned. You're having some real weird dreams. Volks.
Greg, you're muted. I don't know what you just yelled at us, but you're muted, so I didn't hear it.
I said, and we're going to cut away. That's your...
You're having some real weird dreams. There seems to be gold, stacks and stacks of gold, and there seems to be. It's like it's getting slowly scraped. So if you've ever seen coins when they're being, have you ever seen coins that were scraped? Like what they used to do is they would take a bit and a little bit of dust, so they could make another coin. That's why they had the edges on them afterwards, so they could you couldn't cheat the crown.
Yeah.
So you see a bunch of coins that have clearly been scraped, and they are towering and making pillars. You see, folks, trying to fly his way through an obstacle course of these very large coins that are, when they collapse, They are massive. They could crush you to death. He looks at you, and you can sense that he's looking for some help. He's a little clumsy on his own. What do you do?
So it
Awkward
appears
relationship with this beetle.
Yep.
it goes back a long ways. So the beetle is seemingly wanting his help navigating these coins, is what
Yep.
is what it's apparent. Uh, considering this is some kind of dreamscape, and he's not really. I don't think he's as in touch with his dream self. So I think he's just rolling with it. I think he just climbs aboard his beetle friend, and he's like, "Come on, let's do it." And he grabs up the reins of his beetle and starts to navigate the obstacles.
All right. Roll me a speed check.
All right.
DC. This one's a DC 3.
Okay. Any chance I could apply my skill in running to this?
Ooh. Yes, but then you're going to have to see everything from the beetle's perspective.
Oh, sure. Hell
You're
yeah.
gonna have to mind meld with the beetle. It's weird dream shit.
I don't know if this is supposed to dissuade me, but it's not.
All right, so you hop onto your beetle, and you're feeling a lot of guilt about the beetle murder.
Yeah.
What do you tell your beetle? Telemu's like, yeah, man, this sucks.
He climbs on board and he kind of runs a hand along the like upper crest of this. I imagine something like a large rhinoceros beetle. So he kind of
Mhm.
runs his hand along its top horn and he's like, I know, I really shouldn't have just murdered you like that, Volk. It's just that you ate the package. You have to understand it wasn't the right choice. Simply, you're not that stupid. Come, we'll
Give me an
navigate this.
insight check, if you don't mind.
That check, okay. Anything that has to do with this is strange, but sensing lies.
Yes, actually.
Oh, delightful.
Okay.
What difficulty?
This one I'm gonna say is, ooh, we're in a dream.
Hmm? Hmm?
Let's go with 1.
Oh, but then I succeed automatically.
Fabulous. Um, he knows better. He absolutely knows better. He's never done anything like this before, ever in his entire life, since you had him as a little egg.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would he suddenly want to eat what's in the package? And
Yeah.
you think that something must have influenced him in some capacity. You think there must have been something that was awry in that whole situation.
He climbs on board and he's starting to get ready to take off and he's looking at it. He's thinking about this and he's like, in fact, I rather do know. You know exactly you shouldn't have done that. And he kind of leans in towards the beetle's head and he's like, who got to you, old friend? Who convinced you that that was a smart idea?
And you hear him go like,
Oh, you got cut off at the beginning.
oh, you hear him just kind of clicking happily, his mandibles kind of going back and forth. And he quickly dodges one giant coin that's about to crush your head.
Oh,
And you
yes.
get this impression of home and God and angel, like kind of concept, something supernatural.
Hmm.
He's a beetle. He's not like the smartest thing. It's kind of hard to get complex concepts.
Mm-hmm. Um, in this dream, does Bob still have the package on him?
Does Bob want the package on him? It's
Oh,
his
yeah.
dream.
Oh, yeah.
Then he's got it.
That package is like Bob's lifeline at this point. It's the one thing that he can't let go of until it's absolutely necessary that he does. So yeah, I would say that he would have it.
All right. Yeah,
Um,
he's got the package.
so he kind of pulls it up in front of him, and raptured by the curiosity in this dream as he's flying on the back of his beetle through a coin minefield. Um,
It's
he
normal.
looks
Don't
he
worry.
looks down at it and he says, he thinks to himself that this was something that must be delivered, but not for him. But he believes for a moment that whatever's happening here isn't real. Like, this can't possibly be reality, these giant coins. And he thinks no harm. And so he opens up the package and looks into it.
Beautiful. Inside that package, you find a very shiny ticket. And it says, Admit one. The Valet Without a Master Workshop, a dignified program for those transitioning from lifelong service to puzzled freedom. Topics of study include polishing for pleasure instead of purpose, advanced dusting, secrets you no longer need to keep and who might like them anyway, serving yourself, a beginner's guide, including folding napkins for one. Venue, the Molt Market Chrysalis Conference and Career Retreat. Your room has been reserved. Room service is available, as are uniforms and optional shifts in the kitchen, depending on entertainment and relaxation preferences.
He fishes out the ticket and he holds it. And he says, "What the blazes is this thing?" And then he reads it and he's like, he leans over, continuing his very strange relationship with his beetle mount, and kind of leans forward and says, "What do you say, folk? Do you think this could be the ticket? Mind the pun. The ticket to my future, perhaps, friend." And then he kind of wistfully looks off in the distance and says, "Uh, maybe there is something else out there that I could do. Perhaps a little more life left in the old bones. Unlike you, I've killed you."
It sort of flicks its wings and tosses you a bit. You don't fall off, but yeah, you definitely get this, like, yeah, I fucking know.
And I guess he pockets the ticket and kind of carefreely tosses the remains of the parcel away and continues flying in his little dream, dodging these giant coins.
All right. As you dodge and you're trying to make it towards this, what seems to be like it looks like a mountain or maybe a stone structure of some kind.
Mhm.
You see some very strange melted stonework. And then you wake
Hmm.
up.
Is he still in this tavern room with the broken wrists?
Yep, with a very ugly goblin leaning over him. The fuck happened to your hand?
Ah, Ivanovich, good, good. I've
Yeah.
shoved it into the melted carapace of my mount. My Volks, unfortunately, was being rather uh, disavory this morning, and I had to put it to death and retrieve something from its innards. Um,
So
it's very
instead of
costly.
getting gloves like a normal person or cutting it open further and fishing it out with something you stuck your hand in.
It was a time-sensitive operation. The innards of the beetle could not decode the package any further than it already had. If you understand what happened to my wrist, imagine that happening to a very valuable piece of merchandise.
I cannot believe you have been alive this long considering what your job is. And I don't want to
Uh,
fuck around with that.
I would not uh, encourage you to do so. In fact, I would encourage you to mend my wound and then leave.
And he's just going to kind of roll his eyes. Yeah, I did that because I value my life and I know when something is toxic, not to get too close. And
Yes,
yeah, your hand is pretty fixed.
masterful work as usual, old friend. Uh, yeah, for your troubles. And he pulls out the last bit of his gold and puts it in his
Like he would have
pouch.
gotten a better retirement than that.
Well,
He's
he's got
pretty
more
great.
gold at his room. This is his
Okay.
traveling
Oh,
gold.
but
Yeah.
just what he had on him. Got it.
Yeah.
Thanks. Your package is right there.
Ah, good. Excellent. You didn't open it or look at it or do anything to it, right?
No death wish. No death
Good,
wish.
good. Excellent.
But when you look on that package, there's a shiny ticket on top of it.
Ah, interesting. You are dismissed. Thank you for your attendance. And should I need your services, I know where to find you. It's again in the future. And he's going to,
He leaves and locks the door behind you.
yeah. And then he will approach and pick up the ticket. And is it the same one that he saw in his dream?
It is, and there's a little beetle in the corner.
Hmm. He holds it and kind of furrows his brow. Is there any indication of where he can exchange this ticket or any, or, path to follow to figure out where to go for this thing?
Does he have any magical training of any kind?
No.
Okay.
It's a very mundane goblin.
Yeah, that's cool. Um, roll me a intellect check. This one's pretty high because you wouldn't have a whole lot of reason to know this. But you are spy, so you might have come across somebody else who does. DC 6.
Okay.
All you need is Thomas's nat 20.
I believe in myself, and that's the power that I need. That's not enough power.
It's not enough power. You could do a player intrusion if you want to. But otherwise,
Um,
you kind of sit there a little confused.
I Yeah, you know what? I actually would like to because that sounds hella cool. I am going to say that as the player intrusion, Bob is going to not necessarily have the understanding of the magical aspect of it, but he has probably read about it because Bob's number one fancy outside of his duties to his mistress is reading. The very educated goblin.
All right. This seal looks to be a one-time use transport.
Ah,
So you would just need to crack it, and it will take you to the determined location. This would be
he
something you would have known about from, spies needing a quick escape.
Right, yeah. He recognizes that and he kind of puts his
It's
thumb,
a
rubs his
strange
thumb over
magic,
the
though. Your
seal.
mistress doesn't know how to do this. Neither does any
Yeah.
it's that's topsider weirdness.
He kind of rubs his finger over the seal a little bit and he scratches at his neck. He's like, hell. Looks at the parcel itself. There wasn't a timeline attached to it. I suppose maybe just a quick jaunt to see what this is all about wouldn't harm any of the involved parties. Mistress isn't expecting me back anytime soon. Yes, this would be fine. And he's going to pop the seal.
A ghostly beetle comes and picks you up and whisks you off.
Oh, bother!
And your ethereal self is rushed off at an impossible speed, someplace unknown.
Delightful.
All right. So we've got a warty toad that's rushing off into the crazy. We've got a beetle who's rushing off into the crazy. We've got an old lady who might wake up and deal with it in the morning. What's our teenager doing?
Poor Lana.
I'm having a great time. I don't know. I'm watching a TV show right now. I'm having fun. Thank you.
Uh, yeah, so after dinner, uh, which is delicious and wonderful, uh, while Petunia is busy putting the kids down to sleep, Scott will go outside and I'm assuming they have a garden, yes?
They do.
So I'm assuming they have
Massive
gardening
garden, 6 kids.
tools, which means they have a shovel, right?
Yes, they do.
Scott will work on burying the guy that he shot.
I think you get the oldest two who come and help you out with that. They're not super big, but they're old enough that they can dig a hole. So they want to assist, and Mom is looking after the little ones while you do it.
Scott is appreciative. How old are y'all?
10, and I'm 10 as well.
They're not twins?
They're twins. Yeah, no, they're
Oh,
twins.
they are twins. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Are you gonna get our dad back?
I'm gonna try.
Mom tries not to be sad about it and says that he's okay, but he's never been gone this long. He hates being gone from Mom. They're like kind of gross together, but like they're so happy.
Feywild is a funny thing. Um, it's chaos, and it can be delightful and wonderful, but that can also mean scary and unpredictable.
Yeah.
But it is a kind place, at least the parts of it that I've been in. So, well, I can't promise that I'll find your dad. He might come back while I'm out looking for him. Uh,
I like that.
I can certainly do my best, and I've got an idea about where to start.
Can you tell him that we miss him? We want him to come back, please.
I will.
If you're trying to find more of the Feywild stuff, Jenny's just kind of closest with that.
Yeah, I
And I
got
think
that impression.
Dad's patron gave her a blessing, and ever since then she's yeah, the forest likes her a lot. She's a lot like Dad.
Well, I think I'll ask your mother if I can take Jenny out. Now that it's twilight, it's probably the best time.
I'd love to go! Jenny jumps out from a tree.
That's why you were all able to sneak up on me. They touched gremlins.
It's not cheating if you were born with it.
Very true. Very true. Uh, Scott will boot the body into the hole and look at the two boys to start filling it in. Um, Petunia,
Yeah?
I'm gonna have Jenny show me where the fairy circles are.
Jenny, you be good for him. You be helpful. You leave the vines alone. This is not the time. I wouldn't have left him there for long, Mom. Not the time. He's trying to help you find Dad, okay? Okay. And she grabs your hand. We have to say hi to the mushrooms first, or they'll be very sad.
It's very true.
And so you traipse into the forest, and she literally does stop and give a little greeting. She has names for all of them. She asks how their mustache is doing. She asks if their gills are feeling fancy today. She talks to them like she does people. And after she's done her rounds of, the socialite that she is of the forest, she takes you to a very distinct fairy ring, one that you're quite familiar. The purpose of. What would you do?
um, Scott's gonna kind of shake himself out. He's going to look around to make sure there's not any fairies or sprites around. Uh, just in case there are and he didn't quite catch them. Do I have permission to dance here?
Jenny kind of looks around. The trees really like it when you jump up and put your kicks, like a jig. Dad and I
Jig.
do a jig a lot. Yeah.
Yes, a jig. That's just the thing. And he'll let go of Jenny's hand, step into the fairy ring, and make his best attempt at a jig.
Give me a performance check, darling.
Huzzah! Oh, what the fuck?
Oh my god!
I
I
don't
love it.
All the way down.
understand.
All the way down. All right.
I'm gonna hop into the game because that's crazy. The reactions everybody has.
All
19.
right.
Again.
So,
I've rolled like 19, 20, 18,
you
18,
gotta
20.
19.
you gotta tell me what this jig looks like. How badass is this jig? Do you like do a flip? What do you do for this jig?
I don't think it's necessarily about the dexterity of it. He's a fairly dexterous and agile individual. It's more he's been melancholy and sort of listless, apathetic almost, before he stepped off on this journey. And it felt like with each step that he's taken away from his ancestral home, he's felt that swelling of adventure inside of him. And today he was a hero. Yeah, he did smack a toddler in the nose, but he was a hero. He saved someone. And he lets that mirth and that feeling of rightness, of knowing what it is that he was made for, swell up in his chest, and he lets it out as he dances around this ring, reveling in the rightness that he feels.
All right. Now, Thomas, we are probably going to end the night with you, so I want to go to the other two before we do. So, Simon, hurtling through the nonsense in a giant warty toad,
As you do.
as you do. You see that the borders that that your pupil had always skipped over with such ease have become jagged and have become wide, like there's cracks that don't belong, there's voids where there shouldn't be voids, and you see how easy it would have been to fall into them. It's like these borders are retracting, kind of like a sponge dries up and it curls in on itself. It feels like an entire plane is doing this. And as you are pushing through, you feel the dream starting to fade. And Castro doesn't seem to be coming with you. Is there anything you'd like to say before the dream fades entirely?
Um, so I think I'm going to wake up where I was, is
Yeah,
my,
you're going to
my
wake up
guess.
where you were, and she's going to be somewhere else entirely. But she's not trapped.
Um, he looks at her and he goes, "Would I be wasting my time to try and find you here?"
Oh, no. I- I'm trying to get to the gates of the Feywild. That's when I fell. There, there's a dragon that's missing. And the last person they talked to was someone in the Fey. I want to know why. It's dragons aren't supposed to really leave.
That's the dragon's name, my dear, before we go.
Relax. Relux. Relux. Relux.
You've given me something to go look up. And yes, when in doubt, remember, you got yourself into the pickle, you can get yourself out.
Thank you, Simon. I wouldn't have had Wardy's strength if you hadn't shown me to look beyond what was a little terrifying. Thank you.
Fuck.
Am I too big for a hug?
I don't know. I might be a little too round. Puts out his arms.
And as you give her a comforting hug in the slimy mouth of a toad, you fade from the dream and wake up with a strange little letter on your chest.
Teenagers leaving me notes. It's like passing in class. It's just silliness.
Do you get up? Do you go try to talk to them? What do you do?
Oh, he unfolds the letter to see what it actually is.
All right, and your letter. There we go. Congratulations. Your name has been put forward for an award of a notably dedicated arcane mentor and hero. As nominee in the Mysterious Hermit category, you have won a complimentary admission to the Molt Market Chrysalis Conference and Career Retreat, where the award will be presented. We highly encourage nominees to enjoy the offerings and the workshops, such as the final lesson plan, knowing when to stop handing out homework, how to retire from retirement, a step-by-step guide to avoiding irrelevance, Step 1, stop coming back, dreams, you didn't mean to have them, and how to mark them correctly. Please bring your own chalk, red pen, or alternative implement of authority. It will be highly useful.
Pats his pockets. He's like, I forgot my chalk back at the tower.
And this one has a little tadpole on the corner. And you know exactly what this is. You don't have to roll for that one. Does our little old lady want to wake up?
I don't know. Can she get up with the 17 quilts that are on her? Maybe.
She might have to shimmy out of there.
Like wriggles it. No, I think she genuinely has a routine where she like unfolds herself out of all the quilts that she sleeps under. It's meditative.
All right, so she shimmies out from underneath her crushing weight of comfort. What does she do? How does she go about preparing for her day? What does she do with this letter, this mysterious letter that she decided was a tomorrow problem?
I think she starts by going about her kind of usual routine, where she'll get up and she'll like pull out her notebook for the lesson plan for the day, and kind of bring that with her up to the little kitchen area and start making her tea. While that's brewing, she'll open the notebook and she stares at a blank page and she remembers and she closes the notebook, and she just kind of stares at a wall while she makes tea until she remembers that there's a cool letter with this weird opportunity that she's super, super excited about. So, like, with her perfectly temperate mug of tea, she goes over back to her bed and kind of sits on the edge of the bed and starts to fiddle with this letter. What are we looking at?
So the letter, I can read it to you again if you want, but it's
Oh no, that's fine.
basically
Just like in terms of
like the physical look of the letter.
yeah.
It is covered in gold leaf. There's a lot of gold leaf around it. There's a lot of ornate. Looks very official, very bougie. The seal looks like it's made out of some sort of strange mix of melted gold and wax, something that you think doesn't quite match the world of alchemy as we know it. but it's something very, very wealthy. Somebody with monies sent this this message.
She's trained in alchemy, so what she does is she tastes it. She just kind of goes for a little like to try to figure out what this like metal wax combination is.
I'm going to need you to roll me a intellect defense level 4.
Your soul is sucked out through your nostrils.
Is this going to be just a regular like intellect roll? Is it special?
It's an
for
intellect
defense?
defense.
If you are trained in
No.
intellect defense, it helps, but otherwise, it is just an intellect roll.
I'm not trained in that. Come on. Who do you think I am? Somebody smart? You said it was what, 5?
5, yeah.
Would my training in alchemy help me at all with this, or am I
No.
just being stupid?
You're just being stupid.
Hell yeah. I love to be stupid first thing in the morning. Oh, okay.
Oh my.
Not that stupid.
Not that stupid. All right. So you lick it, and it gives you a buzz like when you lick a battery, and it's like, oh god. Yeah. This has got some strange mix of. This is like two magics that don't blend. This is like somebody tried to combine mint tea and orange juice. It's weird and doesn't belong together.
But somehow it is. Huh. Yeah, fuck it.
One of those
like she'll
magics
keep
is Fey. You don't know what the other one or other ones are. It's Fey
Yeah.
combining with something else in a fucking weird way.
something. Is there like any sort of obvious like next step? Was there like an RSVP situation?
Yeah, there's the seal, the same seal that everybody else has, except yours is extra fancy.
Oh, because I'm fancy.
You're so fancy.
I stay in my
so
tiny cottage
fancy.
equivalent to like a hovel. Yeah, fuck it. I'll break the seal.
All right. A VIP style carriage comes for you. And
Lovely.
there is a valet waiting, and they're quite reverential. Is it doctor or I'm sorry, I don't know your honorific.
Doctor is perfect. Thank you.
We have all of the accommodations ready for you, for somebody of your stature and brilliance, of course. We're quite excited to have you at our symposium. Are these all you're carrying for bags? Or were you planning to buy things when you get there?
Oh, well, well, I'll be buying things when I get there,
Of course, yes.
obviously.
And yeah, opens the carriage for you to get in. It is plush. It is luxury, luxury, luxury. This is something they would see at Versailles.
I am in my house coat, that that is probably pieced together from quilts that have like fallen apart in the past. So it's like old quilts packed together to make a big, cozy house coat, holding a mug of tea. And I take, I guess, nothing else with me. I think I just have my mug and a letter and my stupid fucking pajamas.
And you walk in?
And I just walk right into the carriage.
All right.
Yeah, fuck it, we ball.
And you are off to the Malt Market. Take an XP. Oh, Greg, I didn't give you an XP for getting away there. You can grab one for that as well.
Thank you.
And our final thing for the night, your jig. Feet flying, energy absolutely electric around this ring of mushrooms. Jenny is looking at you enthralled, and she's cheering something, and you can't quite hear it because you're just so in the moment. and you feel a connection to one of the other planes. And do you reach for it? I assume yes?
Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
wave a goodbye to Jenny as the Fae take me.
And as you go to try to walk through this gate, you feel a strange resistance. And then, rather suddenly, you feel everything collapse underneath you, like a pit trap. But your fabulously youthful and elven reactions keep you from falling into a pit, and you steal back on the edge of the two different planes, and you see Lady Tremaine. And you see that everything is pulling away at her. You see her light is dimming, and you see that everything around her is in strange amounts of order. There are no children. There's no dancing. Everybody's wearing a very neat uniform. Lauren, what does Lady Tremaine call out for the first and potentially final offer of help she's going to find?
Lady Tremaine looks at this elven person that she's connected to, and she's very frantic, trying to figure out what's going on. And when she's able to set eyes on this Scott, she says, "Oh, this is surprising. What an extraordinary potential you have! You are quite heroic. Oh, you will do very nicely. Please, you must come to the Fey realm. My realm potential is in great danger. The Feywild is the whole Feywild is, to be honest, and I need help. Please, come as quick as you can."
We're going to leave it there.
You cut off.
Yeah.
And we're going to leave it there for tonight.
Wonderful.
Thank you. I know it was a later session than we intended. We had a later start, and you guys have been awesome.
No
It
problem.
has been a joy, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing where this goes.
You get to go to a career fair.
Get in the toad, bitch. We're going to the Feywild.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, you can't get to the Feywild through the front door. There's a giant chasm in the way.
Well, you know. Got a ticket. Right here.
Ticket.
What a ticket.
What a ticket.
Just
Thank
so
you for
everyone is
playing, you
aware,
guys. This
I
was
will
fun.
never roll that well again.
Holy shit, my
Yeah.
dude.
One and
What
done.
the fuck?
Same.
Oh,
Lauren, thank you for being patient. I know this didn't quite roll out the way I expected, but we got there.
I got to play a beetle, so
Yeah, play
I'm
Beetle.
good with it.
It's true. Yes. So we have some Fey nobility you need to go and save.
huzzah!
And a dragon to find.
What was
There's a dragon to
Nice.
find.
What was the kid's dad's name?
Oh, I gotta look that up.
Luderman?
Started with an L.
Yeah,
Yeah. Lorraine.
Lorraine.
Well,
Thank
Lorraine
you.
Tremaine.
Yep. So the reason the little kid came up to you is because you looked like his dad, so we thought his dad had come to save him.
Aww.
Aw.
And then you
shut
hit him.
up.
Then you hit him in the face.
Eat him up.
Gosh, that's rough.
Yeah. Then you murdered the bad guys just so thoroughly.
Yeah.
On
Yeah, I
the stab
did.
to his neck and his buddy behind him.
A hero.
Meanwhile, Simon went out back and smoked with the teens.
Yep.
Really blazed it.
I slept.
Yeah. Napped.
You had a really good nap.
Listen,
I slept
honestly,
through the whole goddamn thing.
that's an achievement.
Mhm.
Honestly, I wish that could be me. I think
To be
that's
honest,
what I
with what's
strive for.
coming up for her, she needs that nap.
She's gonna be well rested.
Not for long, she isn't. I mean, everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
She's
I'm
fine.
just-
Oh
You're
yeah, sure,
maxed
everything's
out?
fine.
Are you maxed out on your recovery rolls because you took a 10-hour sleep?
Yeah, should be.
Yeah, there was no real fighting other than the bad guys there, but
Well, and a beetle.
oh, and a
Kill
beetle.
a
That's
beetle.
right. You had the beetle.
Right, of course. Killing the
You
beetle.
did-
We can't remember. We can't forget the beetle.
You
No.
generally don't want to. Yeah,
I think the
Volks
beetle is gonna
is
stay with us.
well. He keeps
Or-
coming back. He's dead, and
Yeah.
he's made an appearance, a
Immortal
posthumous
beetle.
appearance in episode 1.
I think the
Mhm.
beetle is haunting Bob.
Yeah,
Oh,
For sure.
absolutely.
I would if I were Volks trying to help him out.
Yeah.
Volks is good people.
Folks just ate a snack
Volks is
and
good
he got killed for it.
Folks is good beetle.
Justice for folks.
Justice for folks.
What was
Well,
the
friends.
name of the toad, Mister Blobby? What?
Warty Wally.
Wally Wardy? Wally Wardy.
Wally Warty. Yeah, Wally Warty.
Okay.
Fucking cute.
All right. Well, c'est la vie.
Bonne
Friends.
nuit.
Take it easy, Thomas.
See you
Have a
next
good
week.
night. See you next
See you in a
week.
week.
See you
Bye,
next
nice
week.
to meet you.
Let me turn off the recording.
Kevin's still here. Or did Kevin book
I
it?
don't know.
He had to step away. He said BRB.
Burb.
Burb.
The
He gave
burb.
a burb.
Verb.